Adom 106.3. Dwaso Nsem Jumadi Sunye and Naye Afofida. Now so ye was see a dear Jumane Kaho. A sansa issues be brew hotma e was see a dimun komo. Etino ye bonyum kakra DJ 05 which I nyumwa kama was share a brennan on son abo apa on semano adionum yenu. A yes 7:22 AM. Dwaso Nsem Jumadi Sunye. If you sabe ko se non dubebo be kame ho. Ya bejune Ghana ho.
You give me loving where I never know. Baby, you be wonderful. You give me loving where I never.
Sadia ya no dano ya de hefted bit be sase na afei ya sase said ne enkomo a ewo ho no minim se wohunu videos ne bia ye hu se videos bi enam internet no so ana it is assumed ese ye Kolebu teaching hospital na omo ward no emergency ni ade no chese empani ho ena nipa na droso abroso nti be dida form task no so saa ena omo gia yarehwe na omo modi student mattress ato oda so omo so a omo akasa edentoma asa from the debi kra wo hwensa ho ena oda ho. That is the video bag no de na HSS san no bed syndrome no extent bed empempenso akodru any video na yehwe no yahunu se Kolebu empanyifo ahwe ye management no ede ensem bia todwa esenye no kre wo ya suspect ese ye AI generated ubitina ne dem and what the internet ne kekase ani na ebeto abonten sa no nti ene ye bedi mu nkomo ye sanso eya we se osofo no ehwe eye ya pomudi ho sem so akobonto a ewo honum edi nsem bia todwa ye bedi ho enkomo edanchen so a global info analytics de poll ababeto abonten diomo kan se wo hwe December omo ye post and omo ehwe NDC amanyoko no ebeka so mo affiliation nipa wonyomo ekasa ye no party ben en wo hwa wo edom party ben en wo makoma mu no wo mo pe wo de toto ho a so December any match ya posta global info aye no a na chese NPP amanyoko no mo tekofom NDC ahwe kosoro pa eno so no payi ye no be di ho komo it issues no doson non krobon so panel ebetena se na ye di enkomo na yenko ahomaso C4 Silver Specialist Hospital unso about the C4 Silver to naba adrewe eboa esiesie mrebo no nti wadaroma ye ka emrebo asema wo liver no a edi akotene eye dwumaso pa wo nipadua nim ema sinto ema ho kopesi for Silver to na eno no mame anti Mary's grab mixer eno so de batan bia peso ba wa wono foforo de wo fra bo ne ade o wani gimu a eye anti Mary's ene wo so nya wo fie End Point Homeopathic Clinic End Point de yade kwankro Dr. Adubuaten enna pamfom to ase ye ka End Point a se eye stroke oboa wodi do End Point obenya hoto ye ntwe ma ne nka wonto ho wahu na emma nyoma enyensem wonya hunu senche ne signs and symptoms no tutumika ne ko End Point wonfa na dru enka ho enyuma koi na eta yechi Dr. Esiama Junior ewo C4 Silver Specialist Hospital enen komo no yede hyasie sanse na yejoda yese chronic kidney disease itina eba kidney ejuma kidney ye ewo nipadua nim yade bi be ka kidney no na ye chronic a woko a enko a eyede ade a obeboa ye ehwo adesua doc martin
ye ni a ni aba
let us say
oba de adaroma me ho ye me da se wo ho ye de
adom ninti me ho ye na enenkomo a yede hyase eye chronic kidney disease eyede yade ene be ka se ka kidney no a ye ka se ye kwankro eye chronic
yo me aba me da wase ene anopeation na mafa we fidie kese so ama obia good morning ada obi be aso ase se wenyamra no pay na se ye di nkoma fa ye kidney ho dia na che se ya dia eho hia kese pa esan se ye nipadua no organs ahodo a oba dia de maye no obia wona ejuma wo se oye nanso ejuma na organ bia ye no ɛwɔ sɛ ɛne organs ahodoɔ no so ɛbɔ mu nyinaa yɛ ejuma no na ejuma no ɛyɛ baako nti ye kidney ne deɛ yɛ say ɛyɛ very important organ a ɔka your renal system no ho nti your renal system is made up of your kidneys mmienu your urethra your ureter your bladder jonso nyinaa begada o bladder ni mu a na kyese ebi aba abonten nti your kidneys no na your main organ a eboa se ebema efia hodoa your liver ne your organs ahodoa begada nyinaa no ebeyi omu nyinaa efri ni pedua no in the form of urine eno nti yankopon ama your kidneys akesie mienu you say are located retroperitonally the can say your flanks nti ya ye bobo no ye kan number 2 ni number 3 a sa positions no ho na your kidneys no ewo ye chi na kidneys no apart from say obwa form urine ni de ka ho no or 4 major functions a eye mayen nti se simato bi ba ho na ntimi ndi sa ro ni ye a na ama how about the 20 peduane mu se ye kase bibi so ye chronic a na chese aye kwanko nti how bi aba the top brebo no mu na se abeto kidney ni mu a ema kidney no ntimi resolve ama ndro ntimi resolve nti ama wada ndro so a wonnom ama kidney na ho odin na e wo so odi so ne omoja no so o so odi ifia hodo fini peduane mu no ntimi enye sa nti se chronic cases badia na chese aye kwanko na watwe mu nyina no ye behwe de ekotwetwe saa kranko yare na wo kidney ni mu edeba de empo ye nima ye wo condition ni bia ye guso ese ye kidney no de ye be ya ebehu say kidney na ho oden no perform now one major function of the kidney e be ma wo hu say na juma no doso ene say ye will be a friend the filtration function ye can filtration a de ye kenyina ne say oto ne bo ase esone nioma so na nioma ben titru eduane bi a ye di ene ye chemicals ahodo ekoso we ni peduane mu no break it down bibia wi a de ye feel be say uric acid ye waste that was a body ni yipi no o kidney na e was say yi ni nyina e de ba bonten di se brebo no efa aye proteins ahodo beans milk ne de ka ho na breaking nyina down waste no uric acid I was say a free body in free body ni mo e be ko settle wo joint no na ma gouty arthritis into kidney and what that responsibility say sa efin na uric acid no obeyi free we nipeduane mu hormones ahodo e wono so eye na ejima nyina we nipeduane mu wi a ye brebo no be metabolize no be breaking it down say ye free nipeduane mu no your kidney ya no so beyi edi aba bonten kai say hormones bi wo wa ye stress hormone na e chewo wo nipeduane mu na wo brebo ntini am breaking it down amfa ma kidneys na amfa ma bonten a etini ma o pressure kosoro etini ma stomach ulcer ba etini ma depression ba etini ma adwemu yare ba eno nti wo hia wo kidney na wo brebo no so meye say ejuma no na eyi ni nyina efri nipeduane mu bilirubin e ye waste so a your body no you break it down your red blood cells ni nyina wi a your waste was a body ni free ni peduane mu na your kidney stage man na was say to see your brebo breaking nyina down no dey ama kidney na kidney no dey aba bonte enye sa bilirubin ni chewo ni peduane mu a etini ma ye ni color ni yellowish na ekwakofa jaundice edi apa nti a very important function a filtration function obeto ne bo ase asoni moja so empo yeah your koye number yes why you spray so bebre imiani bi kura these days yeah say dey your man who draw frafra ni ane no ma ye di no e pa cho those foreign compounds ni na what the friend is xenobiotic metabolism your liver no na yes so ye ni na wi a na wasan so dia ma kidney na kidney no e dia ba bonti in the form of urine into see ni kidney no a nasa na ho ode mba fom a efi a ye be gada nyina efi enioma dust mu efi eduane mu efi bibia mu no entimi mfri ni peduane mu a ebetena ni peduane mu na akwakofa ohaw abreye ebiom ye wode ye no the endocrine function abribia ye beti endocrine no de ka about hormones so ye kidney no eboa produce hormones bi man your friend be erythropoietin into any animal say be almost problem with kidney no abibia so call dialysis no kwa was so injection be poison or so was injection no naturally your liver no and your kidney no eboa produce those erythropoietin no ema eboa stimulate red blood cell production kai see here red blood cells it's say no na carry oxygens be brave I bet me move to intini mu adwene mu na ma obi enya ne de nti kidney no entimi nya saa ejuma we a e how ebre nipadua ne pa ebiom vitamin D converting of vitamin D into active form ye here vitamin D Eddie Abuani Pediani Bebre, in fact, to help you being your bones, to help the skin and all that. Iti your liver, any your kidney, titiru, and a bois, maitimi yusu, that vitamin D, no, ye mani pediano, a bois, and my dompenum cratimi yam, den, calcium, mahodua, ya converting into its form, no, calcitral, a bois, and my dompenum yam, den, and my ya arthritis, your problem with your dompenum, a buffum. To your liver and your kidney, dear. These are humanity to admire your metabolic functions, so a biome. And your man who do na ye break you when you pay the animal, a be from. Yeah, be a your fat be away any pay the animal. Your kidney, no, or that gluconeogenesis function. It's your bois, and my any proteins, any fat, a whole doa, and way any pay the animal be brave. And my biome, it mean energy till the cell. O kidney who here. O liver who here, organs who here. Nanso, senior kidney cases arise these days, no, especially in the young ones, no, a canker or how can see pa. Shishemuma who say, Yaria who grow be brain, hypertension, diabetes, any lifestyle be brain, a coaching or how in Aba. Shall roller your kidney no a play. And Madam Maya Quine, my young dom ways to call the regulatory function. See how do I want to be animal and send your basic balance. No, and so now what you mean, your bed dom ways to question ye to mess up, Pemere, Nanny and see the unshed the air cost when you pay the animal, need to one among them and sana at your how can see about nipid the animal. So, what you and Cadia, not see for liver specialist hospital, now you didn't come myself. And finally, say be a liver specialist hospital, here cases that has to do with akoma. Kidney, any the account, your shock condition be to the actual Nasa Elcos when the pedianima ope into the Chile a Bamatia ye, into Mesro, but Modiana baby I will be on for number maybe to gain a fray, not visit your branches in the baseline investigation in Mao. Your organs in whom baby as my turn war, if we are the natural homeopathic remedy, a Kenya in the pediano, a man one casas and Hoyaria. Say your liver problem, dear so. But Modiana Maun Sanka Livoto. Livoton Abamobia from 12 years and above, and it's FDA approved as well. Or condition be kumaya kidney problem, liver problem, nerve problem, stroke bibia uhia Livoton. Esan say obra born when you ma be bria a mani pediana a beboa na pomodeno ACP mapa. So apart from say your natural medication, your best answer nutritional diet plan. Now boam when would you also did any quine so would you fear to nipedian hawa ubesi in free with nipedian a biome exercise do hokura was away a bachelor in so C4C Adom you're all over Ghana and to some extent some part of Europe where a Netherlands branch in the patch where ye Juma Gidigia Dr. Michael Chemantin our friend number maybe to Joya 24/7 obejo so one the Netherlands branch and impo so Ghana ha now per se new be or now ni dim combona okoya branch in Bia +316 879 855 855 84 +316 879 855 84 your Netherlands branch no number of friend now Accra had here so your Adenta SDA Junction Cape Coast your Green Hill opposite Addison Square Garden Agona Odobensi your Hokumase your Ejoso Kwamo Jachi Junction so for number na free na place you order for Livoton per head maybe I will be on your bear free delivery the amount now place you order for more than 2 bottles ubenya discount per head number no 050 00 40331 050 00 40331 and now 050 00 050-00-40-328. 050-00-40-328. C for C Liver Specialist Hospital. Yes, so Brebo Aya won kai national so your GN di your treatment plans di etina de be kase once treated forever treated. Anope me da se no abotre ne omre yankopon kan ho ni obi a one ne be ejuma anope.
Amen. Yeda se nyame enka so ho Dr. Esiama Junior ena yene no adi enkomo no C for C Liver Specialist Hospital ho no ho na wona de C for C Liver to na ba ti de bia na ye ka kire say we liver no de na dwuma oye woni paduanim no eye sonko nti abibia ma na ho den Dr. Michael Chemantin betumi afre no 0500400331 na woni no adi nkomo across Ghana no omo branches wo 16 regions ni nyina nti besrew ukọ ba bia ubenya wayaresa asansonya adroi biato C for C your liver your life Auntie Mary's Gab Mixer eno ye dra batan bia ba anigye ewo mu akwada wa won na foforo ya de ne kofie wuti sabre no onim kasa nti hu se osu a betumi ma ne nufu aye de woso ye bia enso da wogoso a esu bibi koso ne padua no ma wadwene ho bi akwada ne bi wo na futum ye kapu from agina ne yem na ma na hoyira behu se na dani esum na wo bata no so no homete misrew Auntie Mary's Grab Mixer e wo fia wei umre wo de ma akwada no a wanya hoto de na bo eba ya eje na ho ben so Auntie Mary's Grab Mixer e wo ho masa akwada no misrew de ya wo ne ekwa akosi de wadi emfie mienu ne ekire omotumi enum adreyin eye NS Chemist Limited ena ye pharmacy bi e ben wo ko ha ubenya Auntie Mary ato mansa enka bi a relief child is a happy child akwada wa hotonom ewo anigiem na End Point Homeopathic Clinic yeka End Point a nyame adom Dr. Dubuate na panfo so mo twenwa bibia anigi sem ewo End Point ne se eba no female fertility kidney and a prostate End Point eye free scanning ema nti ye scanning wo wia na ebehunu se wo ohawo anase woni ohawo na de na wose wo ye na de abo ho ban ebi otibe ye yokwaya ye check kidney no eye kama ye check prostate eye kama ebi ye check bibia no eye nanso ebibi wo ho no vaccine bi wo ho ma e wose wunya ede bot bia na wo mu na obi bia ye kama no ebo ho ban wate ase nti kwa ne ye scanning ma free sa no a bibi e wachi bia no doctor enobeka na kaise wo ho so no wakoma bo kim na jai enye normal tipa ye beja wo so anadwo wo da wo na ko End Point Homeopathic Clinic na ne Dr. Dubuaten enko kasa woni na panfo adokota fo kukudam wo mo etwen wo 0244 867068 and 0274 234321 End Point Homeopathic Clinic or say the end to chronic disease nti enyumakoi ena ebochi doma no pa bia yede eye hefted beteba na madi kan abo amane se Global Info Analytics omo de po bi abetuja na no ya December year 2025 omo eye post ni bi ma ekwawi akire no na ekame ayese wo hye wo ma enye petemu wo ne kasa obeka cho se me yendisi ni anase me yempp ni wo hye eye afi atwamu December ni mu a wo mu ye bi na ni sunsuanso no ene nanu ya bosumi ya de enso wo mo kye so mo ye free 5th March ede be 23rd na emu amane no a wo mo ede aba no ena ye be kenken bia kye wo no nti ne tofa bomu no na kire se NDC amanyoko no nipa nei wo mo gitum so mo ye NDC fo no e wo soro pa NPP fo ne swate na entiso no sei ena enchimo no etie wo hwemu a December ya no na NDC ni padodo ebeka se me NDC woni ne kaso so wo me kan NDC ho ana me NDC no na eye 41% ni padodo a post no wo mo efa wo mo nyomo ekasa ye no ne mo ha mo chichimu aduanan bako agitum ede ho ahwo mo ho se wo mo ye NDC fo eno ye December March ya ye wo mo ya ne no ye gusu ko ye nim no amo kire se a free 41 in December no abegina 45% in March na kire se enipa agie tum aka so mo ye NDC fo no apeja pa wo hwe NPP a match ya no o maye na emu nsoso no eswate kakra esanse December ni mu no na NPP nipa e kasa memie NPP ni no na omo ye 41% na no kromo ye 26 ene swate aba 25% na ye bedi mu nkomo ma mefa wo enko yapomuden eho ensimu na yen hyase e wo ho yira Tony Goodman ekasa emasue ya ehwe apomuden ensem so na wotwetwa mu ye ho videos a na enam social media kwasi wo sa video ne bia fato YouTube be mame nipa de da fom wa yare sabia and the caption na eka video ne ho no e kyerese eye kolebu yare sabia ena nipa da fom no adan a empani ho ena mpanyifo so obi aba omonye no nti na ye gene de a ye de ne to fom ne yahwe no nurse ni adwuma doctor ni adwuma no wo ye ne de ba bi obeda no e yaban en management aso de ye hunu se ebisi yampa ebisi yampa ene ade video no ena eda ha no e oba YouTuber obehu mene Tony ebedi ho enkomo Tony Martin
mejoso
bako de
nyame adom onso
nyame adom holiday na ekosen
the holiday de ejuma na de kokolibu ya na menya me hode na se me de ajuju me body ka
Matiase na video a eda ha ye hwe a trend pa somewhere last week na later de yen nima na de yete ya na kan video ne ho ne se kolebuti bi eho wo mu nie nipa de da fom ena agya yarehwe mokọ monto abo etieti mu no eyampa nipa de da fom kolebu ena agya yarehwe na
me da se e be tietifu anu pe ne wo me se weekend na yenya video no honorable minister nso nye be tonye no fresh I was say ye koho na ye kohwe de ekoso enti enyi na yera she Saturday no ekokolebu ekohwe ye du ho no ye brief enya ye according to the CEO no ono ba ho no na ase ehwo adwo kakra bibie ni ho sa na minister nso okay yenko bibia de yesi ade si ye no yenko na yera she call accident and emergency ho ye started to no ye share head of department no wo ho no chese o mostly no habie because of new directive na apayama say so ye do be ba power ho empany ho yen hwe department no e do time bia ya ekoso especially numremu ho na sa na adwumu ho na most workers ekofie na ya ho number no koso kaka ba de che no mo ba mo clear ni na nti abai de ye hu bibisa but mostly enyume ration crofo mo hwom ba be de benya spike and asa hike be bia nem patients be ba hon do so no obeba no yes be hu so bit form because yes yen keep you and I mean yes if any panel form and na mo be je no kra na ahwe no na ne ho ato no ansa na ye nyampa bia mana ono de obepenisa yes na at the same time no be say the other hospitals no more peripheral na other districts no so no nipa no ye mfa ni mfi ho in distress unless you be stabilizing ansa na yet na ba engineer ko hu ye no ye nya two reports say yes ebeya ampa but the normal situation in there medical head no yeah emergency and accident and emergency on no can say at times omunya sa report na enyumre but in the morning na omunya full capacity of staff there but normal clear all
na kire se video ba bonte no yade a ekoso ba mostly ya na ya najo sanity but that social media na there ye bi se mo no CEO no say omu hu sa video mo ba ya na be bie ni hosa no ye CEO no report but ye do word no near or ye head wo ho na cancer at times omunya bibisa because first na come ka say oh ye do ba ho am pay ni ho no say no bed mo fa no nko
But because Abayama direct is a more share or no matter what's named, a man number na a caution. Most of the times, some penny, but also much more any other means be also more sure, no my job, no matter.
Okay, so Tony, yes, the last issue about ya no birth syndrome ye beti hunko bobe breno na ye ora hit and run be 39 years obi board no ayede nko PSM pani ho maniko hospitals be semiensa ekowi echi ohwe ne nkwa na aban sigina ye ene management so sigina ye se obi ba se de wokan empani ho kra ye nyesa nipa na ye nhwe no efiti sabre ne besie ne edie na ministry na ye hospital beds ahe na mode akọ na se minister ka se obi tumi tena fam ma ye hye no a ayare sabia wona nkasa kra ne yekosa yade firi wode kofie nti yade no san koda fam se ye hye wa na yade a wode koyi obetumi aso a nti die na ma ye from that period no till na ye kasa
before me ba eno no so no yen fanta point into was a yes yenu ma whether I'm poor and I'm poor, you was a video no so no. Yetimi a geomun in Anqua. Some power who and penny who are list a Jennipanqua, and they are more important, so be drew. Yes, because I'm penny who, and I say near candy into the monko. And know your point I was a ye making. Now near Yafa, when I say, you say, Nipa be pre no, ye fat patient, baby, a person I didn't call a regional hospital. Kolibu na ya increase empa wo kolibu ho ya de mpa ne bia kokan na ye hu ne say because of say nipa no ya say na fi emergency wi a was okoy bia say kana say medical ward e ho so no nipa ne ya hwe na wi one oniska odibetia bebre na so enye fi ho ntina na emergency one bed no so na nipa no that so ya expand this area how no mode sa bed ikui yet other areas maybe a friend of fevers unit a specialized area ya share nkofo ho hospital na ya show mo say this period that ye new bia ho and as a facilities are ye wo ba ye new bia ho no you move patients and go move ho na accident and emergency or no and so say the be on between ahwe ye ne Ghana Health Service and so akasa omona district hospitals esho mwase regional hospitals esho mwase say various hospitals and Jenipa no mo stabilize yomu and so no more refer to the bigger hospital said they are a referral system here no you are creating emergency center command center Ghana Health Service headquarters na Pantai no. Said there be ya be number of beds. In no so you start akudi beds no egusu na minister na akan ya no. Said there be ya all hospitals ayo memu ha you be ampower you be ampeni. In ambulance no before the nepa na be kon no ni be bia empa ewo ansa na ordinate eduho. When na ya niama ya start ya pese ye dey use or how we feel enye empa no se empakete se empa no eni ho ni ntina ye nipa no do why say no bed no nipa obehwe patients so one of the reasons and also Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons increasing the intake of training specialists and also training specialists to man other facilities, be districts and region. Said the you moving the pana, you don't know you been your nursing training. Oh, kaya ya advertising for specialized training. When now a strategy idea go akwemu, say be isani amano. If you want in your ministry, no, afa ono,
no. Okay. Mate na say yeah management ni say one more year investigation omo ye nhwehwemu nti no mo betwen na some of the mo call facility ward ho no they in charge ho no kan ye no ye enough modi ejina so asigina ye anase mo behwe se omo be ye investigation mo hunu the truth and kasa if indeed video no ho ne free a
when you about investigation ebe bo mo ankasa but yen as a ministry na dia yate say ente ye kra na ye hu bi na say mo de say na other kan ye nua be ma your famu ye ente ye kra ye hu bi ente yen plan for any investigation and sana take action yeah the be famu di be make sure because anya call bu nko your other hospitals ye nim say the nipa du ko ye tell me away near what minister na share nso so person ye say ye other hospitals a buy ni sia was a boa near Ghana Health Service here, near Ministry of Health here, this is a maritime hospital, UGMC, the bank hospital. Star hospitals in and I see with the contemplation say a better Ghana Health System 37 will move. How do we coordinate all these facilities? I invest in the system na American. You do money na better so. Minister na say person on no money na enya meeting na yenya one coordinating point ye moving the partner say nya Ghana Health Kwana the bank hospital na partner beko so our candia the betu UGMC our candia mon fa no nko nti we ya there honorable Akando ya person di sa how I feel investigation there bet me akoso ba ye be so eduma
Mate mame na say ene ebra wanya amayen na wokasa mo de best call so far betu amayen number of best amode akọ ya hunu se minister so kasa emergency ward ho no wo so mutumi clear ho kakra na munya enough spaces wo betumi anya beds ni bi new beds e dia ba nti ahina akọ so far 200
akokolebo ye call Saturday no ko e bia akọ ye de course medical ward no to create space where said there be more than 24 hours emergency we be yomu and so far 200 beds and akokolebo other hospitals and so enya beds ya arrangements ya dey be call regional hospital rich so mon create space be a betimi this beds gugu na ya brano number free emergency ho.
Mate Tony mamena say eni ebra wanyamaye why
me that many aba
Tony Goodman ekasama Ministry of Health na ye no akasa no na mamenko ahomaso biem na onsabidi kan bo wamane Global Info Analytics wo mo post wo dia beto abonten yebra musa dankwa poster Global Info Analytics hono wo oradankwa machi
ejo sume wura
yeda sini ebra wanya amayen na post abanso yahunu akenkan bi die de kan yenhwe match die ya moyeye yahunu se edanso we dey compare December die na moyeye no obi be bisa methodology ben na modi edi sa adwuma yi ayebeka se die modi ato abonten yi yemfa ne se dandan keke nanso ye de omanfo no eka ewase ho ankasa
yo me dasi be kaide bia yen your post no every 3 months. Last one by December. March 3 months. Methodology yen sisa ye improve upon it. Yani nipa edin kita ho ewo promo hanyina mostly not less than 80 constituencies in all the regions. Face to face there were be a call mia na amount for din kita ho a form and na your telephone so there your on from every 90 days no na be some Adom 106 and na your credit so your online web online and I say web approach but we share telephone me face to face no over 80% the sample. Random sampling is that mock and target will be an interview. You know, man, Tim Hona will sing maybe someone say, oh, Aquenia now no Becasa, no Becasa, random sampling. In targeting the member and I say targeting Bankwa By Bob Bodin said, baby, not a man would only a bit balanced with the national average. We NA methodology issue for the past 7 years I started polling and design.
Nti yeshe ediena amasa shift ye huno NPP swate by 1% and na NDC appreciate wa konanim ni padodo agye tum som ye NDC for na konanim be 4%. Ediena masansa kraye we e ba ye bra bonyo manfo no kasa o munyina so ye den mu bisaye.
Yeah, posters. In without reason, in many cases, reason here who support to NDC and also support the MP, that big. And it will be a Juma. Yeah, because a party bank and who support to an hour to Ama, or you can sit yourself with Wakasi MP, natural, NDC, near kind. Sana, and say, we are not cleaning Nabu. They are fair, the Bonwa, I think, number 6, or me NDC 4, I think, and MVP 4. But oh, share the Tanoa. Don't say, oh, mom, to me a floating with a swatch about 2%. Oh, mom, say, among party, and say swatch by 1%. MP swatch by 1%. You can say, oh, mom, almost there to tea and NDC for the. That is one thing we have seen. But as to why they move, that one, we don't have the answers to you right now.
Yensha age groups no ene no more representation e will post by na target ne yehfo.
No, ya target will be a random. If you were economy and bonko we never say age with their hands.
No, okay.
And yet near my shape. And I said the kind of some interview. After the interview, maybe some your age or your demography. Into share my nobody get home this time around. On age groups, about 7% between 18 and 24 years. 25 to 34 years, 34%. 35 to 44, 36%. 45 to 54, 16%. 55 to 64, 5%. And 65 and above, 2%. Now, all share typically, 44 and below. Normally, it's around 78 to 80%. Who are the current one now? It's around 77%. So it is in line with the normal data you have picked over the last how many years in terms of age in terms of younger people.
Yensha regional breakdown no ene diamodiatum yahunu se oshe babiti se northern, northeast, savannah, upper west, upper east, any areas nibia so nano NDC number se my breakdown of regions no ma mention summary findings him.
Oshe ahafo and 45% say only NDC voters. 23% say only MPP voters. 19% are floating voters. Over Ashanti Regional, MPP and 34%. NDC 30%. Floating voters 23%. Ashanti Region. Ashanti Region now is the home of all floating voters in the country. It used to be Central and Western, Ashanti Region. Something must be happening. Osha Bono Regional, NDC 50%, MPP 22%, floating voters 16%. Bono East, NDC 46%, MPP 23%, floating 14%. Central Region, NDC 57%, MPP 19%, 10% floating voters. Eastern Region, 41 NDC, 29 MPP, 16 floating voters. Greater Accra, 53 NDC, 28 MPP, 13% AF floating voters. Northeast, NDC 36%, MPP 21, floating 21. Our Northeast. Northern region, NDC 49%, MPP 26%, 18% here floating voters. OT region, NDC 41%, MPP 15%, 14% AF floating voters. Savannah region, NDC 41%, MPP 23, 17% floating voted. Upper East, NDC 42%, MPP 13%, floating 30%, Upper East. Upper West, NDC 56%, MPP 31%, 6% floating voted. Voter region, NDC 42%, MPP 13%, floating voted 23%. Upper Western region, NDC 44%, MPP 18%, floating 15%. Over Western North, NDC 40%, MPP 18%, and a floating 28%.
Okay. Eti sa amaneboyi nyina no communicate both political parties. Obi beka se bia wa ye dwuma na che. Nti wunim the dynamics a ye na ewom. Edie na empempi no moye post na ya ema dynamics no esesa eye event bia ekoso eye ban no anase bia the political party what power modern more anase edie na ya emasa changes we yetaba even though say ye misa no musa I know say wankasa no ye ka obeka say guru e was supposed say me mu die na tumi man masesa
a number of things. One, it can be passing our binds from nobody in both. One. And two, it can be opposite party almost a modern both. So almost more in terms of the way I'm communicating or more interacting, they lose the trust and confidence of the people, and people would like to move away from them. Likewise, so a balance one money homogene now month for they will lose support over time. What we are seeing between December and March, literally say, everything MPP has done though has not yielded the results that they probably wanted to see. So the polling numbers doesn't say so. So they should all go to drawing board and ask themselves critical questions. What is it that we are doing wrong? Or what is it that the government is doing right? Answers no with these two questions.
Mate, ye share sedia and yoma equinim every 3 months. Bibi to say no, mobile suppose no. Going forward, uno ne say a dear na political parties no, I was some with information I would yet to we December, March, 3 months, and your master, as MPP as NDC, the other political parties are a kahon, uno ne say information we. At the end of it, me ama as a party.
Look, if you are MPP, you can't say report on the GD or G2, but it points to something that you have to a high wow for top researchers. Acquire follow up. Said the year who know that year and answer and kiss her. Sometimes it be a poll a fake one. Why a wrong decision, but at least it's good to say you can go back and do the same thing and see say the year and no one also on the one. Then you ask yourself, what can we do? What should we do as a political party? Because look, the governance of this country, whether good or bad, depends on how good the opposition is and how trustworthy the position is. If this is not registering well, it has impact on how well Ghana is governed. And for the government, they must ask themselves, what are they doing right that they can enhance or do more of that? They can also decide to get their own researchers to go behind us to confirm or deny our findings. It's up to them.
But my last question now, me know we were and come so be person clarification say, ama when you mokasa in December, are they the same people when you mokasa in March? Now how do you know say safo no omuguso agina babi omugina anase omadane anaso mu ni babi empo biem?
My main chair is a credit. You were types of polls you were what we call longitudinal poll. I don't know who market households na the bia kwa na for the same household or na only omako bonkomo and I say telephone number do wa be friend the bia to seek an opinion to see say a name is within that same group no one. So we have face-to-face interview in the field that me would Michelle Cantamantu and the next week me ba betan shall you that be the different cross-sectional poll across the country, different locations, different times, but the results shows changing dynamics. And no, I said you work for the same person and talk to because political opinion poll. Oh my God, be free now. When interviewer next time, because we won't say we are MPP now NDC. Anyone can say that. So we don't go to people's houses and tag them household MPP or NDC. The name is
Mate Musa Mamenasi Eniebra Wanya Diamaya no pay.
Let's me that.
Ora Musa Dankwa your poster Global Info Analytics no wa udini jumani ne no edi enkomo no Dwaso Nsem jumadi na agusutie ahaye Adom 106.3.
Oh, semben kwani radio we so maame customer semben show be a Adom FM so na me pesimiti you any some bre oh ensurechire emfa woni baby a wo Ghana memu ha connection ni de den strong pa ubetimi ati Adom FM shows ni nyina yen krabata wo miamia oh no krana no waka no it is see am what achimani me dey ti Adom FM baby a obeko bia Adom FM ka wo ho nyanya ne se yen krabata bi ben wo no ubechi mu radio atoso
bebro ha so nie Ghana fana baby akasebo yi ya to apete se no ba de na se ne pen na dom wa hye so ma de pa bi aten tache mata bodwe muja edi afsania asidan ko ne de ma de tini enne ya woda anopa yi no si akasebo ai ebe ensem de de mu akotene makoi na ebo ye chidom etia me jeso ene abena pokua renie mene bafo redu amu Jage was Dr. Sign and na akwasinsia wamo ebo yetidom yati na bayiwa 05 atweyatum live o fe
en ne die ensesa vibe ne so die eda honom eye down na asesa keke
no siabo Adom 106.3 104.5 affiliate stations bebro hasumye Ghana fana baby
Adom FM so oh semben kwani radio we so maame customer semben show be a Adom FM so na me pesimiti you any some bre oh ensurechire emfa woni baby a wo Ghana memu ha connection ni de den strong pa ubetimi ati Adom FM shows ni nyina yen krabata wo miamia oh no krana no waka no it is see am what achimani me dey ti Adom FM baby a obeko bia Adom FM ka wo ho nyanya ne se yen krabata bi ben wo no ubechi mu radio atoso
bebro hasumye Ghana fana baby akasebo yi ya to apete se no ba de na se ne pen na dom wa hye so ma de pa bi aten tache mata bodwe muja edi afsania asidan ko ne de ma de tini enne ya woda anopa yi no si akasebo ai ebe ensem de de mu akotene makoi na ebo ye chidom etia me jeso ene abena pokua renie mene bafo redu amu Jage was Dr. Sign and na akwasinsia wamo ebo yetidom yati na bayiwa 05 atweyatum live o fe
en ne die ensesa vibe ne so die eda honom eye down na asesa keke
no siabo Adom 106.3 104.5 affiliate stations bebro hasumye Ghana fana baby
Adom FM so Oh, Assemben Granny Radio is so. Mammy custom me, Assemben. Show be a Adom FM so na me pesimiti you. And it's a me bray. Oh, and switchery. And found the baby or ever Ghana memoha. Connection ni dear, a strong pa. Ubetimiati Adom FM shows Nina, a way and crabate one yamia. Oh, I am no cranano wakano. It is a see me what a chimney. Made it here at Adom FM. Baby Obekobia, Adom FM account home. Nyan say and crabate be a ben one. Ubechim radio atoso.
Bebro Hasunye, Gana Fana Baby Akasiboy, Yato Apete, Zeno Badina say any penny natum, was she a swama de Pebiati, that's a matter of Jim Muta, Edia Fisania. I sit down one yetimanity and ne, Yawata Anopay, no Siaka Seba Ebe and 78 more Potsene, Maquina Ebo Chitum, Edia Mijeso, and ne Abena Pukua. Mene Bafo Redu Amu Jagre was Dr. Sign and na Aquasinsia Wamo Ebo Yitum Yatina Bayua 05 Achayatum live
and Nini dear Ancestor Vibe no so dear Ed Dahonum and you're down in Asisakeke.
No Siabo Adom 106.3 104.5 affiliate stations Bebro Hasunye Gana Fana
Adom FM, yeah, so. Oh, Assemben Granny Radio is so. Mammy custom me, Assemben. Show be a Adom FM so na me pesimiti you. And it's a me bray. Oh, and switchery. And found the baby or ever Ghana memoha. Connection ni dear, a strong pa. Ubetimiati Adom FM shows Nina, away and crabate one yamia. Oh, I am no cranano wakano. It is a see me what a chimney. Made it here at Adom FM. Baby Obekobia, Adom FM account home. Nyan say and crabate be a ben one. Ubechim radio atoso.
Bebro Hasunye, Gana Fana Baby Akasiboy, Yato Apete, Zeno Badina say any penny natum, was she a swama de Pebiati, that's a matter of Jim Muta, Edia Fisania. I sit down one yetimanity and ne, Yawata Anopay, no Siaka Seba Ebe and 78 more Potsene, Maquina Ebo Chitum, Edia Mijeso, and ne Abena Pukua. Mene Bafo Redu Amu Jagre was Dr. Sign and na Aquasinsia Wamo Ebo Yitum Yatina Bayua 05 Achayatum live
and Nini dear Ancestor Vibe no so dear Ed Dahonum and you're down in Asisakeke.
No Siabo Adom 106.3 104.5 affiliate stations Bebro Hasunye Gana Fana Baby
Adom FM, yeah, so. Oh, Assemben Granny Radio is so. Mammy custom me, Assemben. Show be a Adom FM so na me pesimiti you. And it's a me bray. Oh, and switchery. And found the baby or ever Ghana memoha. Connection ni dear, a strong pa. Ubetimiati Adom FM shows Nina, away and crabate one yamia. Oh, I am no cranano wakano. It is a see me what a chimney. Made it here at Adom FM. Baby Obekobia, Adom FM account home. Nyan say and crabate be a ben one. Ubechim radio atoso.
Bebro Hasunye, Gana Fana Baby Akasiboy, Yato Apete, Zeno Badina say any penny natum, was she a swama de Pebiati, that's a matter of Jim Muta, Edia Fisania. I sit down one yetimanity and ne, Yawata Anopay, no Siaka Seba Ebe and 78 more Potsene, Maquina Ebo Yitum, Edia Mijeso, and ne Abena Pukua. Mene Bafo Bafo redu amu. Jage boaz Dr. Sign and na akwasinsia. Wamo ebo yetitom. Yati na bayiwa 05 atweyatum live e ofe.
Enne die ensesa vibe ne so die edda honom. Eye down na asesa keke.
Adom 106.3, 104.5 affiliate stations. Bebro Hasumye, Ghana for baby.
Adom FM, yeah, so. Oh, Semben Cranny radio is so. Mame custom Semben.
Show be a Adom FM so na me pesimiti you. Sami bray.
Oh, and switchery. And found the baby ever Ghana memu ha. Connection ni die strong pa. Ubetimieti Adom FM shows ni nyina ewo yen krabata ewo miamia.
Oh, no krana no wakano. It is a me what chimani. Medeti Adom FM.
Baby obeko bia Adom FM eka wo ho nyanya ne se yen krabete bia ben wo no ubechi mu radio atoso
bebro hasumye Ghana fa na baby akasebo yi yato apete ye no ba de na sia ne pene na dom wa hye so ma de pa bia tie tache mada bodwe muja edi afisania asidan ko ne de ma de tini enne ye woda anopa yi no sia kasebo ai ebe ensano de mu akotene makoi na ebo ye chidom edi am jeso ene abena pokua Mene Bafo redu amu. Jage boaz Dr. Sign and na akwasinsia. Wamo ebo yetitom. Yati na bayiwa 05 atweyatum live e ofe.
Enne die ensesa vibe ne so die edda honom. Eye down na asesa keke.
No siabo Adom 106.3, 104.5 affiliate stations. Bebro hasumye. Ghana for baby.
Adom FM, yeah, so.
Oh, Semben Cranny radio is so.
Mame custom Semben.
Show be a Adom FM so na me pesimiti you. Sami bray.
Oh, and switchery. And found the baby ever Ghana memu ha. Connection ni die strong pa. Ubetimieti Adom FM shows ni nyina ewo yen krabata ewo miamia.
Oh, no krana no wakano. It is a me what chimani. Medeti Adom FM.
Baby obeko bia Adom FM eka wo ho nyanya ne se yen krabete bia ben wo no ubechi mu radio atoso
bebro hasumye Ghana fa na baby akasebo yi yato apete ye no ba de na sia ne pene na dom wa hye so ma de pa bia tie tache mada bodwe muja edi afisania asidan ko ne de ma de tini enne ye woda anopa yi no sia kasebo ai ebe ensano de mu akotene makoi na ebo ye chidom edi am jeso ene abena pokua Mene Bafo redu amu. Jage boaz Dr. Sign and na akwasinsia. Wamo ebo yetitom. Yati na bayiwa 05 atweyatum live e ofe.
Enne die ensesa vibe ne so die edda honom. Eye down na asesa keke.
No siabo Adom 106.3, 104.5 affiliate stations. Bebro hasumye Ghana for baby.
Adom FM, yeah, so.
Oh, Semben Cranny radio is so.
Mame custom Semben.
Show be a Adom FM so na me pesimiti you. Sami bray.
Oh, and switchery. And found the baby ever Ghana memu ha. Connection ni die strong pa. Ubetimieti Adom FM shows ni nyina ewo yen krabata ewo miamia.
Oh, no krana no wakano. It is a me what chimani. Medeti Adom FM.
Baby obeko bia Adom FM eka wo ho nyanya ne se yen krabete bia ben wo no ubechi mu radio atoso
bebro hasonye Ghana fana baby akaseboyi yato apete ye no bade na sia ne pene na dom wa hye so ma de pa bia tien tete mada bodwe moja edi afisania asidan konye de mane tini enne ye woda anopai no sia kaseba ebe ensem de di mu akotene makuina ebo ye chidom edi ya mejeso ene abena pokua renie mene
Bafo redu amu
Jagre boaz doctor sign and na akwasinsia wamo ebo ye chidom yati na bayiwa 05 atwa yatum live e wo fe
ɛne die ɛnsesa vibe ne so die ɛda honom ɛyɛ down na asesa keke
no siabo Adom 106.3 104.5 affiliate stations bebro hasonye Ghana fana baby
Adom FM yeah for Semben kweni radio wesusu maame customer yi semben show bi e wa Adom FM so na me pesimiti you ne sami bre ensure emfa woni baby awo e wo Ghana memu ha connection ni de den strong pa ubetimi eti Adom FM shows ni nyina e wo yen krabata e wo miamia no krena no waka no enti sisi a me watachimani me de ti Adom FM baby a obeko bia Adom FM e ka wo ho nyanya ne se yen krabata bi e ben wo no ubechi mu radio atoso
bebro hasonye Ghana fana baby akaseboyi yato apete ye no bade na sia ne pene na dom wa hye so ma de pa bia tien tete mada bodwe moja edi afisania asidan konye de mane tini enne ye woda anopai no sia kaseba ebe ensem de di mu akotene makuina ebo ye chidom edi ya mejeso ene abena pokua renie mene
Bafo redu amu
Jagre boaz doctor sign and na akwasinsia wamo ebo ye chidom yati na bayiwa 05 atwa yatum live e wo fe
ɛne ne die ɛnsesa vibe ne so die ɛda honom ɛyɛ down na asesa keke
no siabo Adom 106.3 104.5 affiliate stations bebro hasonye Ghana fana baby
Adom FM yeah for semben kweni radio wesusu maame customer yi semben show bi e wa Adom FM so na me pesimiti you ne sami bre ensure emfa woni baby awo e wo Ghana memu ha connection ni de den strong pa ubetimi eti Adom FM shows ni nyina e wo yen krabata e wo miamia no krena no waka no enti sisi a me watachimani me de ti Adom FM baby a obeko bia Adom FM e ka wo ho nyanya ne se yen krabata bi e ben wo no ubechi mu radio atoso
bebro hasonye Ghana fana baby akaseboyi yato apete ye no bade na sia ne pene na dom wa hye so ma de pa bia tien tete mada bodwe moja edi afisania asidan konye de mane tini enne ye woda anopai no sia kaseba ebe ensem de di mu akotene makuina ebo ye chidom edi ya mejeso ene abena pokua renie mene
Bafo redu amu
Jagre boaz doctor sign and na akwasinsia wamo ebo ye chidom yati na bayiwa 05 atwa yatum live e wo fe
ɛne ne die ɛnsesa
Dwaso Nsem Jumadi na agoso a wotie no aha ye Adom 106.3 Washa ebrena no woche abapa nsema no adununum 8:25 AM na SGSSB SMN tonkra emao unse moa mo ses ewo honum na ajamonyo edijuma no abribia ya mo dividends a munya no eja omo eye payment edeba na ne enioma asesa womo ekyerese Securities and Exchange Commission ese no omo enye no digital nti wo se oba na oba update we information a ewo honom no nti wo update sa no a na ja asemo so na person mo de fa na bibia na ne yaye ne sa e de ama ho nti se ba no dividend tua no a enye tintin bia wo hia dividend warrant ne ho anwan bia biem ye send ya na kron na da account mu nti mesra wo ye customer bomodin bra na ebe ye changes be ma ye be update information a ye wo ewo ye ho so City General Ghana was the future is you.
My belly, oh baby, I know fit to laugh, oh baby.
Mame ko ahoma so nana ayewo afiye eye member of parliament efijase asokore na osanso ranking member health committee ewo parliament honorable ayewo afiye Martin.
Yeah, me Joso
atie for Josie da sene obre o holiday I hope say koyi so far.
Yeah, I taking it easy by there.
We are very fine. All right, titi ye share nano video a beto abonti na eye kolebu nipe da fom wa yare sabia omoji yare hwe ne nyina ne se no bed na so mpanyefo so bia ba kwan bia ombefa so bia monyi wom na monhwe wom wo video no wo ye surprise ana.
Oh, maybe I say may surprise because a idea over 15 or 20 years no bed syndrome to that now and probably that would be the reasons why we'll be the poor about MPP majority I say and okay the issue of the 70 years old person who is a chartered meter and also a bit a national discuss now the Amir Hamid NDC proposition at that time was by and fixing the problem now onshore up the capacity of the hospitals now on VA UGMC any regional hospital the things they referrals na a good mouth and the MPP government actually finished the phases was a movie or UGMC ne regional hospital they made a share they have many capacity over 1 year almost about 1.5 years knowing that one of the acute issues the World Health sector no bed syndrome especially in the tertiary hospitals then I was on the immediate just like Oko Kigalia no bed syndrome there also we are so you go to I mean, use Kigali as an example. Now, Okomo Teaching Hospital, which is like Olebu Teaching Hospital, Masaka Hospital, almost double beds, Honomo, a bed decreasing the problem of no bed syndrome. Now, Oko King Pfizer Hospital, which also is going through the same thing of no bed syndrome, almost double beds renovation, and almost new hospitals to achieve what we call the investor health coverage 2030. Now, Ghana, your strategy for investor health coverage will be a bit to me. A hospital, baby, I would be our Moka, our hospital bell. And in a year, I did a 111. Many of the district hospitals now, I work on the money. A health centers are free in Kuma Prince, so you have district hospitals. Any emergency services, any uplift. And in fact, our advanced countries, so it doesn't fit to be a health post. And no, okay, the Ghana Bekon anymore. Hospitals, baby, now you see us. District hospitals, you have emergencies in Bechichi. Now you're making sure the referrals now conform. In the meantime, as a government, the other say, okay, tertiary ones now, secondary hospitals, necessary rich hospitals, hospitals, baby, you refer corner. Obe making sure the Obe see center or Honomoa, the tent, and now they see air conditioned tent. How they bed, baby, ICU, baby, and only one any day. So this is on the immediate. And idea was the way. Ube shows there. The referrals to be a part of the movie in Pada. So in the short term, when you become. In the long term, I was there. You guys have to buy now. The referrals, free hospitals, near one form, no debate tertiary hospital. And there was there. I did 111. Need now emergency centers. Need now your hospitals are referral camp. On fan call. Your friend is saying regional hospital. Now they are called a teaching hospital, a tertiary hospital. And also, Munsi, it's answer ye, Obina started ye. Obina started ye, no, a harmon at the buyer. And yet, technocrat yet, you hold the Muya no Mutu, quite called WHO. And we have to know, be as a universal health coverage by 2030. and will be at a hospital. And a Ghana so obey CB. Now, on to mean see all the history. I was off 30 big kakra. Now, a bit to us. It will by I was official, they will be South Africa, Egypt, Nigeria, Rwanda, a month for I was so quiet by I was with the MP in the bay, and then people know by and then you'll be in the back. I am answering all year. We are saying you 2 months a year, and on us all baby. Who's the MP yet? I would your own year. And referrals, no, because population now 10 years ago, you can no better than 5 years ago. Chattery say, we no better than the population, yet the same. That population here, 25 or 27 million, 32 million or 35 million. In the next 5 years, and yet the same. And all the time, you know, the patients will be more than the beds because the population yet static is always growing. So what do? I was saying we'll make sure that Kolebu Honomonano, who could share NDC for manifesto, need your Mokaya about no bed syndrome. What you do immediately is that we buy an hour passer to be what pretend to be so what air conditions move, my employ more staff, more the better at all. Matter ICU equipment, most animal year annex of the emergencies. It's Obia by Yanko. And then Okwa law. I remember I said those days, you know, the Right Honorable Abam Magbin. Okay, the young law. The year will be called hospital, not yes, I can. I don't know illegal. And okay, then there will be a castle with Jay Jumana. Same man, bet no Nipan Busu, who will take care of them. Their cause is the solution is not the law you make. I will check me to human beings, no, Debbie. On the immediate, you know, we had the Kolebu, our from 1925, and we had the 1918, God is back time. We had the Kolebu at training hospitals, and Ghana now, a honor you free. We had the a doctor for a kukudam, Honomugu. We had the referral via Banasa, a more hospital be any Kolebu, so long as a Kolebu Service Central Eastern Region. And also, even Greater Accra expanded to some Volta region, whatever it is. There will be people who believe in the confidence of Kolebu, and they will always receive referrals. And on the immediate in your law now, obey you. And no, because most say, Mema Yantani Obianco. Yes, by Obia. I'm buy us to say, Pano 40 and 50 and in Ayama, Ipane Daso. A form of Honomono, Omunim mattresses war. Engineer Mondaho, who yano and I miss a film, Miss Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Maba power for 1.5 years. Assume you say Obi Kuma, if from Obi from Kuma, Obi from Engia. It is the way the MPP impone a basso. And at the end of the day, yen to me and ya, and into Ghana for 12 hours. Into on the immediate no buy and see a good Kolebu, one competent to be makeshift. And a politician, they pressure to you say. Anka ABI for Hadia, Anka Yako Airport area Honomo, a competent Edia tour. Ama Yenyanuma, a better abatia no sebi. Omo enya baby ada, I can say aeroplane bar, a hana over the 100 free, and the 10th amount, ya airfare. Nanipa now no yarino coco colebunidi, ain't me incompetent to be, and ye enter equipment. And fast steps a busu be a binko go. Nanipa ne ba when your baby adam and I affair. No, I catch any pass okay in the next 8 years. No, what is stopping us?
Okay, I'm not paying many 20 good man akasa. I see so far omo debate base 200. Ako Kolebua, omo de kwhwe se e be assist kakra. E na minister so ekwoye no se o catch se o kan ye. As a hospitals ahodoɔ na ɛwɔ hɔ no nyɛ sɛ case bia no more refer ɛwɔ so ɔbɔ to stabilize nipa na ansana wɔde ne bɛba kɛse ma yɛ Kolebu anasa reja ɔmo di ɔmo ba enti no
111 na agena 111 na ɛwɔ hospital capacities a ɛbɛma referrals Kolebu kɔ ɛkɔhwɛ amanfo fi no matter how regional hospitals are Kolebu is Kolebu. Maybe a medical doctor. You training me with University of Ghana. You training me with Kolebu. It's meaning what it is. No, Kolebu is Kolebu. And the teaching hospitals, the Mali teaching hospitals, Confanoche, they are the teaching hospitals. Among for free, various parts of the country in the cohort. Uko Kolebu and now, Munko finding out the kind of patients they be able free bra. The demographics, you know, breaking it down. We will say, and you are crying free bra. And nothing that water you make sure, say, you are going to invest in the agenda 111. ABF funds from oil and an year share into that project. You know, you seek at the whole buy a wajai. And in hospital, a be 95% completion a year by review, almost about 10 or 15. And no wajai. And you know, at this point, you know, I'm saying, Oba and Okomom 200 beds. I'm going to go with him. And you don't know, sir, no bed syndrome has been there. Right after elections, what did you have to do? You have to catch your own and catch your view. You get the tents. And then you have tents, they must so a bit the event. You can get beds inside while you're refurbishing, while you're fine. Now, why can't you go for that? Okay, because you see a bit 3-4 years. They do the baby. Within 2 weeks, 1 week, a bit, come on. In the meantime, you were annex emergencies of all the teaching hospitals. Okay. In the meantime, in the long term, you could be agenda 111. You could see cheap compounds. Okay, so we see about 60 to 65 cheap compounds in 2025. I don't know what you see. Cheap compounds, no, in there. Our communities into almost many women in your hotoya. Young district hospital, my own referring. And over also be see. So it's just one is a case of too much talking. Too much talking. And look, it's 1.5. We're going into 1.5 years. You're going to 1.5 years. And who interviewed me last year because a new government now, but media mean to me and can be at because I don't know by a show. And that was my posture. My sister station. Because is it Bolaria station? I said it. They thought I was being too lenient to say, "Yeah, I'm from." Now the opposition in Yemen. I'm going to make a target and say, "You." No, my posture was that. So far as the first year, there's nothing I can say. We encourage them to do what they have to do. Now, you call 1.5 years. My posture, nothing to me the same. Too much talk, and little to show, and little to do. Yeah.
Okay. And say, yenya via tenta yekin na yemfa bese ngumuno. Anopetoni eso minister adwinimu enenim dimu sempampo ni hwa se fomo kwa na wobetunde ni panatena hwe a wamunya ne sa to them no
you're wrong policy ad hoc ad hoc o person o yes ade we e bi course wo Fanfanoche e bi course wo Tamale teaching hospital e bi be course wo hu ade a wo ye no mo ma yenyen in the manner say o call district hospitals and ne omo a say health post na man for that form ada mo ma yenyen say ye tia kranka ye ni pachi echi bia interview about you. We're talking about policy, a constructive policy. SAV Ghanaians and Sika and that what will apply to resources. You can't idea share in the regions now. At the end of the day, and this is forecast the regions we have the regional hospitals. On the map, Parliament, you say minority. It made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense to put a regional hospital in a place like Oti. It makes a lot of sense to put a regional hospital in any of the regions that NB. That makes a lot of sense to us. The same sense is making the district hospitals that work from Omunibia started in 111. I was saying we'll continue to wait. We'll continue now. In the meantime, the also of Kolebudia and Americano, a policy no uluki not only in Kolebu, all the tertiary hospitals on the immediate. What could district hospitals be? Who could district hospitals are almost referred to teaching hospitals now? Be a man for that form. Sometimes we get so emotional. In a way, that people who come to my own Kolebu are most important than the other Ghanaians who are on the floor in the several district hospitals. In the Okoya, now why a fire service approach was solve one problem. But the many people are still on the floor.
So no na omugu so according to him no more than she said gwa kwan so a kwa mo be share extension any ade enti no
then go and read what it said. Who they almost believe in AI. Go on Google and search what the NDC said on no bed syndrome. So what if and we have crossed 1 year. We've crossed 1 year. 1 year, they have been reasonable. Will be a reasonable new opposition. They be in parliament. Let them encourage the NDC to do after health. They are not political. If you making sure that will be or you give it the strength to be able to do that. And I kept telling them that after 1 year,
okay.
Just speaking.
And to Usha, the no bed syndrome, a same man you come for years. say yentumi nya the right solution say yetumi to ase
the population of Ghana and yet tactical majority here. The population is dynamic. Every day nipa wo, every day ebi every day nipa yare. In yare okwa burden of cases, it's always spread and the prevalence always is not as static as it has always been. Yare no any population increase, high patient attendance because it's here an amount for any information, better forms of life expectancy, and yet it's a first and nipa be 40, 50 years now we will know when no, it's a amount for ninja. Into almost sure they're not first on hospital, no bad hospital. There's a high patient attendance, but what is here? And because the population is increasing, there will always be high patient attendance. You see? And what I'm saying is that, yes, this has been there. From Rawlinson's time, from Koko's time, it has been from Atamoti's time, from John Mohammed's time, it has been there from Nanado's time, and it has come back. Hey, in Tiabaya, in the Yes, that's the point. Don't attack the NDC only. That we the MPP we didn't face it.
Exactly. One nana me ba saying to say you na you realize honorable.
Miss last 4 years the same as what I'm saying. It was the minority who were doing the politics into it. Almost we are white people. We are devils. We are angels in the devil clothing. They use strong words against us. It's more actionalizing in for interest, no more passion, emotions. No more bad now. A year and a half. No, Muntimi Prampo yet makeshift.
And he said, "Yeah, na ye cano. You realize this said there's a challenge. A buying in so busy agenda 111 project. No, now for the long term. Into the short term. No." Adana young consider certain can you not buy you?
What I've told you, Mama advice for free.
Yeah, but even before the agenda 111 subbinder than my bind the best Adana young massa make shift
Look, we are serious people. You're talking to a serious person.
Okay.
I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm now here. That yes, I face with problem. Me, my style, everybody knows my style. I'll say it as it is. My government is stuff, and I told them. And I'm not the kind of type I will be pushing me back into the way. I'm now here. Yeah, this is kind of a to catch on, sir. Yeah, the officer over there who have unlimited access to state resources. Don't take me back. The people are dying and struggling now. We said it.
But people were still dying and struggling at your time, and that's like way new.
So let's go back. So there's no need for this argument. We want solutions. You're talking about problems.
Say identify problem no, and the challenge no. Now your plans and I say your ideas ne say bibi on market the best one no before the long term na ye fight by one to us now when we my so it is
on the immediate
exactly
in the short term we get a fence over in the teaching hospitals, get it done as makeshift emergency centers, and expensive. Opesa unya beds are beds wo hono mo amount for beboro beds all over or me supply hospital beds more beds be free. You can supply you within 2 weeks. You make air conditioning tents all over, equipment available, and you see, say, all these things in the coffin. What catch Ghana say? This is the short term. In the medium to long term, this is the strategy. That's what I'm saying. And won't you solve this issue without making sure that agenda 111? We are seeing now, you cannot say you cannot fulfill it because the PP. Mon cameraman ko nre mu na mon kwohwe hospital say almost 90% and in real and in the compete. All you needed to do was just to give some few money to complete it for those people to be able to access health care. I'm not surprised that you know be a person better na cry. Because Edin wa na say achiakwa na say crampo had the obetumi access to everything. Indeed, you only be na onya at district hospital no. On the on your good on your Ghanaian enough. Yes.
Obibeka say your health system no ni nyina no Ghana for jai e dia se leaders indirectly no your politicians sensa intiba bia ye woyi say oman no say your progress say your failure the ordinary Ghanaian no e de sobo ebo the politician nana you were free a part of them say more solutions but Ghana for
politician.
Now the
NDC government, the deep power to Abaman, your vote is your power. So let's get people to understand that our civic responsibilities, our vote is our power. And when they vote for us now, the press, the media have the right to give mass education to get the people to be aware what they must get from them and what they idea almost cast on. You demand from it. You don't blame politicians. I don't have any money. Spade a spade, just mention NDC. Don't be afraid of it. Nobody's going to take your job away.
Baby, any matter of no, honorable free, any matter of being afraid. Yet here on several occasions, there was a kayaka to the health minister. There was a even a branch 39 year. I miss a free way and nobody who sent me by here. There was a kayaka, kukuma kwada or quatrain and kayaka. But the argument then they say, the argument they say, ideas are honorable free would be. 100% solid. The makeshift approach, no, and I maybe success. So, idea see since when and I wunya ye, and I will propose it to the previous government. So my makeshift, yeah, you bet media, yeah, Juma before, yeah, for the long term.
I've never been in the ministry before, but all the time, Ukokogula, I've said this. Look, I can speak. Those days, I'm a chairman of the health committee. I can speak. You have the right to take. It's up to anybody. And the same me can't the same thing now. Obi pra onfa or pamema name fa. Sure, I don't have access to the money, but my job as a opposition person is to speak. The same way I'm a chairman now. Issues never me can't the same thing. My sister station but they interviewed me. I made the same pronouncement. It is also onfa. It's up to them. I'm doing my job for myself, God and country, my conscience, and that's how I feel, and that is me. The Ayano Mecca. And that is me. Okay,
so this idea, see, you proposed a beer, that would name ministry ho, yan fine yajuma, and ne abayo tisoi afeli Ghanaians in terms of health of ho, the and yomo mochosa manifesto mu, the target omo demo for 2025, akwaku ya 2026. Into ye blame so mafeli no, most would you say, you feel that's as a government. At the time,
I'm not the minister. Direct your question to the Minister of Health, okay? I'm a chairman of the Health Committee. I have a right to speak. Everybody has a right to be in policy to speak. You're voting for NDC. All the resources, it's with them. As far as I know, health laws today is what I can account for. I can for the health laws today. It's your own responsible to do what is right. If you take me to the back, I cannot answer it.
But senior bra wanyamame nana yo afiye a member of parliament afidwasia sokore ko parliament ha abedwa ko ehwapom de wonsem so oye ranking member ena ye ne no adi enkomo no Dwaso Nsem dwumadie ena oguso a utie no aha ya Adom 106.3 apomde wonsem ana ye ka idea ne ye solid as we speak safen ye be kosi structure said about that dane shase se odi apomudin hwe eben omanfo ntino e wo se wo ye wa osia yare sabia e wo mansin bia mu said be ya omanfo no ho dodo ma wo be kɔ hɔ no ne ekoye kese se e wo se refe a no ma refe de kɔ kese mu aban yi ba ye wo share the number of hospitals and aban ni sia wo twede nyina gu na no budget o mo kɔ kenkan ye wo se mu edu pe no betuma ye ho adwuma for now. Dear Canina no encan room. Enti the argument no any say. And susuya ye referee a debase. Say wusi see structured in every year a long term. A dibre. Okay. And ye tent the wasi a bo. Na ye pe bed segum. A de shower momo ya do mobanoa. And the manimu yano ya de swano. Na fe yenya nwe no. Ya kwa jin sa dear a chance and ye vie. A dia shoman for ya kwa jin home. The idea see. Adana yam putting into action yam fanya juma before ye propose the agenda 111 across Ghana. I may be na can room. These are questions. It is na ye discuss ye denya ye free baby nya bedru baby da banda da chase ye expectations aban by obeto so wie. Obi otie Dwaso Nsem ya ka eho asam aka. The health minister ye jina ne confident denden eje no ye eba ne yapomodin a But see, a condemn when Nessa enkoyi no, dear see maybe a chum so ankoya, we have to condemn. If you don't say we condemned at the time, they chose so omonte yakasa, said the Yagusote ha yakanya. Ministers won't take their worker, as will be ante their worker. Yet then put 200 the call, so we feel say, is it enough? It's no best syndrome, and put 200 coin no, a resolve situation no. Nani pa kwa ya sabia say, yen for bento from na yen shano. Na efom na kasa woda na nipa na mo ewra yare sabia ho obi a obabi ofriba wo mo na hu enfuturo ene enkeka wa yade bacteria ne germs wo ye na hu nyina no yade na ma yare sabia jesi ye nipa na fom na ye hwe no. And the minister feels to say eye bibia yade resolve say wo be ba yare sabia se mpa ne ho ntino fa yade ekode yemfa wonto fom na ye hwe wo. And the idea see penye ko so was suggested the ama wo mo omo de be adwuma na so mo mfa nya adwuma ye de adwuma na se mfa nya adwuma ti ba bia ye ginan e ba ne pomode ho a e adwuma kese wo wasudie me so bi wasudie e bia na mete ha otena na madru kolebu na medafom na wote akohwe me nti ye ka yebeka ne na ka e wose ye de sobo so kwa chire kobo se e past government feli yen a yebeko back nia ka chire wom the otiso so feli yen promises or de ma Ghana for in terms of healthcare, in terms of some no best syndrome, to be specific. We will refer them to it. Nye bisa se de na maye, what have you done? O kasa bebre kasa no putu kasa no into action. Na minister ko jina kolebu ko kase hospitals na watch no ya omo hwa no omo and stabilize nipa no enhwe nipa de manu ba bia ansa na omo refer dia ko ba bia yesi bia ben no kompo no wo ba ye no wo se edupe na betimi ato aso de ka nyina kan rom na nsai aya government of Ghana omanyan kasa sika no mo de ya sa agenda 111 hospitals no ana de healthcare echo aya district hospitals nanti aban kwa ban beba dia beto ye nto aso nanu ya drama area ho ba bia ye hunu se there is a video ya ban no echo launch 24-hour market a wo mo echo akopa ho to ane de akokate so de se yenkosi me wa the previous government no wo mo see market de ma wo mo. And me share video no, I was so impressed say nana catch say o mampani say eba no marketer nanu ya banda da ya breswa wa besi marketer wo ma bia enipa ko mo fefefa wo mo ye de wo won ma ehia o manfo no say agenda 111 project wo honom no aban be trust na wa wie na abanda da ya wakosi marketer ma aban foforo ba yen so a eno so ye be san be bia 24-hour market edwa kro no a me wa there is a hospital facility a eye uncompleted abanda da ne dija honom ye just wo ko bia market. It is high time sabai ba no person the project ekọ district bia you go back to the district, you go to the opinion leaders no bisa say area where ye den ene hia mo na ye ntena nkran entena offices and decide the project ye person de come ankokofo me wa no so the market na ba ye wo market ho ma ye adwuma ebi anka no opinion leaders ko kasa ya obeka tro say abai be say project wo ya say ehia ye pa ya yaresabia ko wie ma yen. Na yesi de bia ne betena se ne drop plan no e wo your offices won kan ne ya so project in the akoto manfo no so e wo villages we are not being fair to them because we ko ye project no na emfaso bia ni so ma no because just few months ago yakobie market anu ma wom yes esa ko bia another 24-hour market na hospitals won ma ye wie ye adan ye fa sika na de ko bie 24-hour market no enko se hospital ni mu ma ni wie no manfo de nya healthcare. I didn't say what's about to say. Nani pala deda from. Any part of that from what ya management say and no cre AI generated or investigation. But according to Tony Goodman, no, one more word, no more word, Casano, one more say, and a journal a yana woman who say Nipan, but what piece will be that from. And Quancosia pana, one babo mo yejumano, no ma claim you putting in a few honum. It's no and your bossemo can AI generated. It is a reality. Nipana did that from no video na dahano. So what I say? It is a minister here so proud to say, what I say, and you better so be better from na shanwa. I didn't see quine. See about 10 tests, baby, and the bed system say, and Nipana ebano, hospital, nya baby a cocoda from. I am sabi nya baby a cocoda from. obi ewiase ye nyina ya yaresabia wodi agro be kwakusan kofa yade e de akofie entira yewra menta kando yenim se ye kase no bed so be kwa e be pam no se fa yare kode ye nyina ye nyintum but to the sense nipa de da from some videos aye radio it is an indictment on one kasa and some wo kan ye at the time na ye ranking member a committee on health parliament yenim do kan bebre no best syndrome yenim sama wo kan ye enye se na aka so mo ba ye no enye se na wo ka se mo de ye health ba ye enti mo moden na mo go back to the drawing table to give us the options that could that from the show. No, it is never the solution and it is wrong. So you sympathize with us. This is not enough. Now about the form Bema Katachi, what the form the Nipanam who say ya Nipanam who say ya Nipa Wochan who from Holland. We never be ordinary Nasi Fiabera, I am Sabiaho. We never be a different Babetanasi. I didn't see that was a baby do something pensui. Sika so amode project awodo ya enyo bia bottom sika o ena mode hye ye pomoden ena waka say ye sika enti wo aye te say hwenimu nwa wo twea eya mane wo nyina ye to ye tua ena mode som ye enyo bia sika enti mu ye adwuma na sabesimpo na wo koja besian ba yankasa ne ye san betua enye wo nko na wo betua besian no ye nyina ne ye betua enti madaroma ye health care anya de didi agro ya pomodin ade atum se we de kanya de kwa wo se kunipa na kunipa o mayimu ye hwe life expectancy ade entia na sa de ma we wo se happen asoman ya me hu ye nyina mobo
Adom FM 106.3
Only God can vibe no so de eda honom e down na asesa keke
Adom 106.3, 104.5 affiliate stations. Bebro Hasumye.
Adom FM. Yeah, so. Oh, semben kwani radio we susu maame customer semben show be wa Adom FM so na me pesimiti you any sami brei
oh ensure chire emfa woni baby wo Ghana memu ha connection ni de den strong pa ubetimi eti Adom FM shows ni nyina ye nkrabata miamia
oh no krana no waka no it is sia me water chimani me dey tie Adom FM
baby a obeko bia Adom FM eka wo ho nyanya ne se ye nkrabete bia ben wo no obechi mu radio atoso
bebro hasumye Ghana fana baby akasebo yi ya to apete se no ba de na sia ne pene na dom wa hye so ma de pa bia tien tete mada bodwe moja edi afesamia asidan ko ne de ma ne tine enne ya woda anopa yi no sia kaseba ebe en 70 mu akotene makoina ebo ye chidom edi ya mejeso ene abena pokua Mene
Bafo Redu Amu
Jagre was Dr. Sign and na Aquasinsia Wamo Ebo Yetitum Yatina Bayua 05 Achayatum live
and nene dear ensesa vibe no so dear eda honom e down na asesa keke
no siabo Adom 106.3 104.5 affiliate stations Bebro Hasumye Ghana fana baby
Adom FM yeah so oh semben kwani radio we susu
maame customer semben
show be wa Adom FM so na me pesimiti you any sami brei
oh ensure chire emfa woni baby wo Ghana memu ha connection ni de den strong pa ubetimi eti Adom FM shows ni nyina ye nkrabata miamia
oh no krana no waka no it is sia me water chimani me dey tie Adom FM
baabi a wobɛkɔ bia Adom FM ɛka wo ho nyehia ne sɛ yɛn krabete bi ɛbɛn wo no wobɛkyi mu radio ato so
bɛbro ha so nie Ghana fana baabi akasebo yi yato apete tie no ba de na sia ne pene na dom wa hye so ma de pa bi aten tetema Dwaso Nsem dwumadie na aguso a wotie no telesa cash or siwe no send keke eye de safer choice ebra wo send sika ama abusuafo wobetumi download the telesa play app no anase obedale *110# na wo de akọ ahunti send sika ena ye holiday send wo dofo de sika be send so a eye telesa cash Adance Travels we World Cup na ye kono USA and Canada and Adance Travels at the call. A FIFA World Cup live. Mr. Was so fresh to say now booking slot. What China would delay the labano. Now ye via booking says see, not just a yet one sa. Into for number in a Dance Travels will be a 1 year Dance Travels to quind ye when him say a one no any experience papa will be near our quantum 0595 500 817 and 0531 008 550. Pepacho World Cup package no ayekra do betumi so akọ www.adancetravels.com na ekochu si Adance 2026 World Cup experience or see joy is here. Only God knows I'm not paid. For no so beto na Star Oil Ghana for 250 stations across Babia Nambia, Ubeshia Star Oil ena Emma Fuela, quality, Nanebo Eda from Winya baby, just a Star Oil. Now, who was Star Card the Crumpa, a manage easy and simple, Misso, Babia Becobiano, choose Star Oil, na Ekoto quality, Nebo Essansu Duffon Fuela some ena yekan. MP guso eba wonkaya so koto seka bia mini eye tanka yibi na petro ebugua me nkonko so enkonko gina ho wohumi ko mu no ehuma wapomu den ena ejato mu so a wobehye wonkwa wobedidem MP so kopie so a de wobedi kan ne se wobefro dumja adwumako no na wasanso afre police fo wonya wo nyina na se wonya wo mpo a wobetumi afre MP fo ewo 0302 550 380 0302 550 a National Petroleum Authority and a airborne kayano was one kwa and hia pa yashaye na sanso airborne hobai. Mabeja for a crowd on pay. Na yera Anthony Nukpenu or no a NDC Greater Accra Regional Organizer or sanso presidential staffer senior pa presidential staffer. Sanso Ra Alfred Thompson a member. National Communication Team, NPP. Anthony, Martin.
Yeah.
At the same.
About the Adom 106.
Yeah. It be fun, sir. Alfred, Martin.
Yeah.
At the same.
Adom, and I pay there. I share in your pain, their ecoso. Say, you are Simon, Wokasa, Esel Mawukasa, Nidiwinim. Na dia obeye no wo de bua Ghana man e ma ka se ye mo adwuma na ye mo adwuma se hwe Ghana man so hwe Yakopon ba so se we ntumi aye ne saa na ediedi ya wo ho eno na e ma nkrofo bufu no mutu tia wo no nti asemba kwa mbeto ba we fi se wo be mention se Anthony Nukpenu oye eyo deputy regional minister o ana wonim
Infa Greater Accra. Hey, Tony.
Only deputy regional minister, president post na the man on tip reference.
Na the Greater Accra regional, so only deputy.
Or a regional coordinating council, or a deputy minister in charge of.
Oh, now what the man wana?
A dear president the man or the regional,
But so only deputy, a Yancy announcement we have. And Tony, your deputy minister.
Business office one. Say what Jubilee House and there were a regional coordinating council Accra.
Mr. Baby an office one or the answer presidential staff. I don't know.
Presidential staff. We will say you have 5 presidential staff for every regional office that. We will say you have 5 presidential staff. So
your shadow deputy minister and assistant.
Straight away.
In some of so my
straight away.
We more
I don't know the deputy minister. I'm to can say deputy minister. We had you post if you say mama or post.
Mate. Better say.
Mame atumrabi
medase Alfred medase why na yes just here on health issues the jide say video mu nyina manya bi ahwe over the weekend.
Which video?
Nkrofo de da Kolibu efom.
Me ho bibi kitwe bi wo
Afre.
Facebook so na me hu video no.
Say
wo ha wo betumi abache.
Ya bona no pa ya wo YouTube sa but o de ayo abehwe hawa obenya hwe. Na Tony me hyase wo ho sanse wonam ne ho apaso. Ensem a mo ka kire Ghana for in terms of health. Any day you huni. Aye no na mo ka kire Ghana for.
Ene me da se be chia tie for de omo hwe omo abe 14 tan so. De asida ma twede ampo. Na dum bi ntina ye yeti ase. Eba apomudin sema. Asema hayi esanse nipa nkwa sinsem nebeka. Now, you see, in my personal opinion, about BBR, but still these challenges will continue to raise its ugly head because of yen nipanuma yesudi buying the way I Niamasu Okroma. Me in my view, and I me susuye muno niye wo as abaya resane ni ho akade anka se ye hwesu ye anka niye tu ye no nto ye because ukoye aspiti ahodo a niama bebre na atochima a ehun faso ani ho enti ama omo hwe ayarefo so no omo santimi enso ayarefo no so the way say omo hwe omo and ni nyina we have contributed to it by paying lip service, by being reckless, by being irresponsible over the years. Enti every day, every year, every time no niama say unity at the end of the day then yetina Benya should say ne aka ho asem ya na edi esi ho actions are less taken, and at the end of the day no the bus stop with the politician ebe lambastino. Yes, because ebe lambasti politician because ono na okosre omanfo say muntu mi so abana mi wo ni so ade hunu sei anase mi wo adwinse ya mi be boa epeja mo apomudin mo school sem mo insio enti ye di suawa na di ejao. So for me nia ye kan say akoso ama ebi mo ahwere mo nkwa no asefem nimguasi. So it is up to one more ye de dwuma na hye omonsa say mundie nim na ye hwe entoto ye apomudin sem say enimeni ya no every emergency measures to be deployed to be look at to make sure say yetimi akabi the situation so that we can augment the forces and make sure say people's life are taken seriously. No, you do your part, you play your part, you rise up to the occasion. It is not any time to complain about anything, whether the previous administration did S or Y. What matters is that the people's life, or more certain emergency healthcare, emergency attention to health delivery, and only here, wherever the resources, the logistics have to be gotten from, it doesn't matter what it is. Depend on here. If free on one, look, most of the area where I call hospitals is preventable. It is highly preventable. But yeah, near top edimaya home. Na yeton winfa, yeton war the various markets. Who are the people in charge of making sure that we have wholesome food stuff or even medicine? In no be bread edimaya okroma krampo yare any wu emaye. Uko kan obibeka say conspiracy theory. Most of NUA FDA a certified say from back room ha yare magana fo but to cancer say a problem
FDA
a problem.
Do you any evidence to that effect? Because we know, say, even within the West African region.
Own question, I will be saying.
No,
we have contributed to it because we fail to talk about it. We fail to talk about it.
It's the FDA na failing Ghana for.
The institutions of state that needs to do the right to the people of you and I, we are failing the state. We are failing to certify good food into the market. We are failing to certify good drinks into the market. We are failing to certify good medics into the market. We are a problem to ourselves as a nation. Enti niamani bebrinano a complicated, and at the time I get it to the hand of the healthcare practitioner no ajini nsem dida ajini nsem a na Daniel asem at the end of the day no you trouble nurses, they trouble doctors, they trouble bet I did not compound it from the market.
Granted Tony the workano
granted
the workano the reality and fanosa it has been atisa and then ebeti say but ebano the no bed
why do we do that? Why do we do that to ourselves?
Ebano say
if you can prevent the sickness what is the no bed?
Okay, ebano no bed syndrome now. The Mokatre yen and say under John Dramani Mahama, the president. And yet you be by your Sabia Rebecca say rejected.
I think I've addressed that.
Nyabotre mame. Moka say mobe make sure say mobe provide say stretch across also be down mobe shano. Temporary spaces say and many me ye mobe be enso on mana yen fan show man fa mobe she. And no ninko for a formal da say will be na from nation. Is that the temporary spaces are makeshift arrangement amoka na.
Ayarisa enya dia eye wholesome enya dia
but that is what your minister is proposing.
Say in that family
yes,
I don't know the conditions or the context in which you were speaking like that.
Now context maybe you will be here.
Maybe at the moment a nipa by critical bed new hobakache and say bed no tie fan nko no maybe within that context no at that moment say space or hobetimi a man first aider I get me maybe within that context and or kasa benye say it should be a practice say in crofo and that feminine show I get me at the moment who ahwenia who duty ya rashi mi aba when you so I hanchu who person kas cheme busu afo say yen famenko a bia say udimi tuna akonye bi mu ana say metina afem kro betimi amma me first aid to resuscitate me.
Nti ehwo na mo makeshift arrangement na say temporary spaces no ebam. So tent bo ye hia sika se na dia tent.
Minim. I don't know.
Because if there is a solution
quantities
a short term
quantitative analysis of how much it will cost
if there is a solution a short term the entity na wasa me koda form wo bra betumi abo tent a short term
it is not a matter of talking, it's a matter of looking at the very urgent needs of the various hospitals nipa airborne people in terms of seeking for medical care. Said the minister and his team will rise to the occasion as a matter of urgency to provide whatever it needed, be it logistics, be it the environment, be it the health practitioners. Are you getting me? It's not a matter of talking at this moment. Nyansa, then and within maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, to avert a situation that is arising. Are you getting me?
Okay.
Don't forget, say Yebera Instituto Bremu. Other sicknesses comes with rainfall. Are you getting me? So things can compound. Until now, you work shortage of beds and other logistics. Then within 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. Are you getting me? This is what I'm talking about. Kasa here because Nipatu Swaba whether obi you be a new. It is about action.
But I say, Anthony Nukpeno or say action and here in Yakasa. Alfred.
Yes,
near the way.
na de ekosi emi hina. Who am I? Minister saying, wonderful. Can you imagine Obia Ebiawa Ba Hospital or suffer from pneumonia? Yes, you're wonderful. Are you compounding the problem or you are solving the problem? Sometimes the messenger politicians in we talk big and act less. Because the moment I had a Guanebe share one sim, now bet national. Now you have to say why a different person altogether. Now, if you say we are here to serve and not to be 10 gods over people. Because I wonder why. May Google search. Now maybe I say, when was the last time we had this no bed syndrome? Now catch him Google catch him say 2017. When one Opoku Anthony Opoku Champon because on a car accident and 7 different hospitals turning our way. Then there was another incident at South at the Suntreso Government Hospital. A 30-year-old pregnant woman. Oh yeah. From that time, no, in our government said no way, Omo accepted this AE bill, and it didn't happen until I'm saying Charles, Charles na your friend, no, Charles Emisa,
yeah,
29-year-old young man went through a difficult time. What happened to be a casual accident, no, turned out to be the death of Charles Emisa. The pain Ebusianfo no omuko through. When we have 111 hospitals, at least, about 80 hospitals that are ongoing within 1 year, you be 6, 10, or 20 of them if the government had kept focus. But Omadjeno in Niso say ye project. They have their own agenda 111. Omo agenda 111 are the two of jama. If they are finished, necessary omo go hopi omo demonstrate say omo nye jumano, they could have employed them. Doctors are able out P. I any omo ko abroche ni they are now more ko abroche so omo ko ye omo a housemanship ni other things omo baby no. They could have employed them. Empire yes say any hospitals and crofo bed that so no. At least omo nya kra de omo nya mpa da so. Some of these hospitals even have out units. So we a family now person obedawa. Obeda relative in China. Your places more obetumi ada. Why are we doing this to ourselves? We are going to give everything a big push. Put it under the big push project. Big push, no, yeah, pushy, yeah, you push your four. So, that is all we are doing to ourselves. As sitting government, instead of focusing on the big pusher, Ebema, your friend is saying, Mkrofo ejina omonaso. Aye omojume ye na ye hu say all these things are going to the benefit of every Ghanaian, not some selected few Ghanaians. Why adenti na ye ha ye hu say ye ndwen ye mba ye nananom ye busuafo a omukọ nursing training, not because but they went there so that at least they can start something ombeboa ombusuafo. In fact, sometimes we kwa yebeka say nurse na ya no freshness no obetuma ye juma 2-3 years na yentu anaka obetuma fi Accra akoboga baby obeda dia obedi dia obesiesie no and bad there west because every month we know what happens and what they have to buy. Yet na hano government, in fact, I'm sorry I may hear research kakra no. Within the last year, government has spent over $20-something million. I took a screenshot of it. Government spending over 20 last year. Government spent $292.4 million on sanitary pads. Just sanitary pads. The government again allocated $229 million for the academic year. A total of $584 million. That is $54 million in 2 years. Say, yeah, they talk sanitary pads. Achiche. 54 million, but you may see more than 2 factories to produce sanitary pads. With the mommy, let the people go and. Oh. I gave you two years.
So take time and read
so,
to you yourself.
Please, when you were talking, I was very quiet. I told you 292.4 million was last year.
Dollars.
See this.
Talk about dollars first.
Oh, dollars.
I mean, they want dollars first.
Never told me to.
Then they again gave another 292.4 million, making a total. So on there, channel 584 million Ghana cedis. What the bad dollars, man? $54 million. That is what I said. If you are not listening, go and listen to yourself. Well, please, $54 million. Yeah, they taught sanitary pads. Are we a serious government? Yeah, government are here doing and do you know the number of employment? Almost creative factories now you could have employed. You could have even taken health workers there because this is a health issue or a health related issue. Some nurses, some hygiene experts near there will be employed there.
Okay.
Until when we are doing this to ourselves, now you say, what do we want to achieve as a country? Now government to meet now, like I say, oh, security service. On my 5,000, you're increasing it to 10,000. Meanwhile, last year, you're in wage bill, we had to borrow to pay for wage. So yet we don't know how this year you're in wage bill.
So what is the solution for the Nobel syndrome challenge you're facing this year? What is the solution?
If they fix the 111 hospitals, you start here now. It will stop the challenge they are facing now. If they put the $4 million into some of these facilities to finish it earlier, I don't believe say go for hospital on no bed syndrome. If they put this money into paying nurses and doctors very well, I don't believe say nurse be ba ne juma so obeje no obehwe na aka chen say there's no bed.
A problem with the sanitary pad and the amount of mention no do you feel say aban no sika no de hye ho no emfaso no so you misplaced priority ana?
Me nua ba say what na ha no me more 54 million in 2 years. Say choose whether you want to open a factory and supply the sanitary pads or to just go and buy it and dump it. Which one will you choose? That's the questions I want Ghanaians to ask themselves. $54 million, 2 years. Say, yeah, the man, Kofunko J, Yenchendi, then Fanto sanitary pads. Whether the full complement came or not, nobody knows. We are punishing and we are hurting ourselves as Ghanaians. They say, instead of turning agenda 111 to one president, one brother, one aircraft, no, ye agenda 111 ni na nurses nye juman ye, na doctors nye juman ye, na mi nuanom na ya omo pra ye rush omo to hospital no, omo nya baby nda. It will help all of us. Let's stop the yencheng din kwano. Mbwayen. It's not taking this government anywhere. And my brother knows. And that is why he wants to confuse the listeners.
But I say, Anthony.
I mean, in the first place, government's agenda said, yeah, boy, yeah, man, kumanu, yeah, various institutions, no, in terms of hygiene situation monthly, no. None of this part is imported. It should be placed on record. Part that teacher was who do it. Imported part.
It's not true.
Support to the local production market.
It's not true.
Will you discipline yourself?
You did the same.
I will discipline you.
Did the same thing. You did the same thing. I'll do the same thing to you. You do what? What party next we call discipline or more? What party or more call him?
Alfred.
Maybe he should watch his words. He will discipline me. What
Alfred, Mr. Manenkasa.
How dare you?
I will discipline you.
How dare you?
How dare you this morning?
You will discipline me. Yama won't check you.
Discipline yourself. I discipline.
Won't check you who ye.
You
won't check you who ye. Oh, sir.
Alfred.
Sometimes it will be taking mental health so serious.
Tony Kawasem.
Inti any fact too. You see, assembly that hono.
I confused on
we are wakwaba nyina no. Also to me state any clear solutions.
So say movie agenda 111 na a solution.
You see, he wasn't listening.
This is a confused.
What tells you? Please.
This is a confused party member this morning. No. Look, me, I sympathize with the very Ghanaian health provider, one. Because health provider, no, and also no here. Sometimes we call GOB in Kwano, now we call it now, Danny, or how am I also do Webusia?
Yeah.
Into the Ghanaian health provider is key at the front of rescuing life. I say, near I say, indiscipline, Ben.
Afraid they are so.
We see discipline about this one.
Oh, Tony, I'm calling him.
Try it and you see. You see that? That's it.
Oh. Mama, yes, sir. Afraid. Anthony, Mama,
you. You are coming to attack me in the studio. This is how. This is the highest of your arrogance.
Deputy
Regional Minister of the studio. You should go on record. Let people hear you. That you are coming to attack me in the studio. Deputy Regional Minister. And Deputy Regional Minister.
Tony, Patrick, Yanko.
Enti, baby, you do say we are in a critical. we are in a critical situation, and I believe say the president and his team have taken concerns to make sure say you do one more as a matter of urgency. And me eji miya akando meaning say oya brantia ndi nejumechi and the team of health directors said every facility here emergency logistical provision, logistical attention, health care providers to augment the forces. What we need to do,
okay,
with the finance minister sitting down and advisors at the highest level from government sector, because health is critical to your economy. A healthy economy, a healthy people provide a healthy economy. Say nipa na work omanu any ahondia, you can't have your microeconomic indicators stabilized. You can't have anything working as a country.
Okay.
Intermediate, meaning say, about attention to government. Minister no, edi nimdie. Meaning say within this week, you bet take Nsempa. I be who say, nyamebun atotoni kwemu. Say, obi abenya areshem say, no, enye hwehan.
Okay.
I get me.
Better say, Anthony. Okay.
Agenda 111 project. Any projects are abandoned. The president have given a full assurance. All is within Yesika Ibenya, because it is not a matter of the infrastructure. Health, any infrastructure. Health is a compound environment. I get me. It is a nipa ebejin kwana uni the needed infrastructure to say omu at the forefront of fighting disease, fighting any illness. You prevent it on hand.
All right.
I get me.
But that's Tony. My next topic is on.
Just before we go,
until the memo time now they can
the second round. Second round. Who my second round? My second round. My second round for him to even attack me in the studio.
You'll be attacked. It's a serious attack. You'll be attack. You'll be
just a simple question.
1 minute.
He's threatening me too.
Anthony.
He's
1 minute. Alfred. 1 minute.
Maybe such a simple question.
Say,
hey, Honorable Chief of Staff Julius Debra started a fit exercise. We could do saying.
Okay. Your second topic you be discussing same re-registration. No. Anthony, I get sim registration and no na yebeka e ho asem. Alfred, why you ready?
On
sim registration.
Me sim no answer. Then e go so sim no.
What they want to say communications minister Sam John. So I don't ministry ho. Who is he?
No, your deputy minister won him.
Ahenia. Yeah, who releases a free the minister of communication and digitalization and what BBB Suka. Then who engagements are cost between no NIA NCA outlining measures are to explaining the rationale behind said sim na you register besin challenges one as I say one emra anka say editate no emra ni honum enti it didn't have the legal jurisdiction. Two, nyame bi mu anka say eto akwemu in terms of authentication has not been done. And until even though there was a seemingly exercise that created an impression, say you are registered as SIM, its authenticity is invalid. And until Omatinasi, I holistically, and who said the need for us to revisit that exercise to make sure say authentically no usima okitano eye odia enunti amutu sa na mono almost expressly tell Ghanaians say when you exercise a day ntawantawa be bat said they are yekomu no
e dey na dey santawantawa ne bai
nti ase anya ejuma
ehifo na nti ase nye politics na mode at the time nye politics na mode at the time Anthony me say nye politics na mode no at the time ne ma santa wantawa ne ba ho na
say obi ye no na ofo say obeya also akwenya wo opposition ye
nti de mo ye o man na ye be da progress.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, how do we progress with more political positions some ujina wo eniema ho
progressing. I don't
just because senya wa ban te also go to go.
I don't have time for that. Nti me progress you know. Nti se ni omo ka no etasum na be ye aboa me no nyina say ye be kebi the rate at which fraud, same fraud, any other cyber crime equals to Okruma. Why not? Why not? Are you not alarmed as a young, enterprising, up-and-coming journalist?
Me up and coming.
We are astute.
We are
still up and coming.
Who said she's still up and coming? She's
still up and coming.
There and she's picking up.
Why the best journalist?
The best journalist.
Only my words are my best Sabrina. Young,
enterprising, up-and-coming journalist.
If up and coming the 25 minutes show.
Astute journalist.
And fast to be a shop of 5 minutes show.
I get me. I know alarm said, and then beat me a jumping on your SIM net. Now, what brew nisu before be hono na near maybe more ato chima way. And look at the alarming rate. Your young ones, you know, going to this Nyama. And for me, no, anything that will hold up the system, say. At least say benya sa exercise no crampo na sa nyama born in crampo to be at a minimal rate no for me I'm for it. The politics will continue ye amanyofo ni die ye for say democracy is about hitting against everything from your opponent, you know. But I believe that evolution of politics, you know, it do baby it will come to nothing. Say bibi bana say ufo say now the be politics in edge over your opponent in the Ghanaian market. If you do pempensubi, you won't get it.
Okay.
The Ghanaian voter is becoming very alarmed, very sophisticated, very educated. Inti say no ebimudi na maybe it played advantage. And then I don't think you go into the same market to play such politics. People will even listen to you.
Mate.
Baby and focus there, no. And yet those things. Let's look at them. The ministry, the NCA, the NIA, collaboration with Deba, and who steps are any roadmap on best na obia nya rehim say who say app and you say go queue or any teleco's office ema a day long hours on undue pressure beba no yehwe na start here ni nyina ye follow ni authenticate ye sim na
better say Anthony Alfred
emede
say
me wa ye me hu say na Anthony tina no to me can say want to mean check and now you have to verify your SIM registration. Or dial *402# *1#. It will tell you all your details. So what 10 numbers simple a be listing on your registration of your SIM. Alternative code so yeah *400#, and it will give you your SIM details. Meaning monies have been spent to get these things right. Why do we want to spend a whooping 240 million plus? 240 million plus to do SIM registration again. Now I can't say, oh, no Ghanaian is going to spend money. Now tell Kusin ebe sponsor. 240 million Ghana cedis. Tell Kusin ebe sponsor. That's how much they're investing into the SIM registration. Why do we do this to ourselves? When people are not getting beds, oh please. When people are not getting beds to sleep on.
And you are looking at him lying to the air.
When you are sitting here and talking no, nobody said
anything. Tell me I'm talking rubbish. When you're prop.
Deputy Minister, Zara Woye. When they were when you encounter the walk as was a unga de and unga eh. And only he shocked himself so he can't talk. He shocked himself. You see, they are finding ways of justifying how to spend 240 million Ghana cedis in doing re-registration of SIM. When you can dial and do every ABI, you have to what? Upgrade it and do something better to make sure say or more, because when in IT on back say when you create a software obisutinichia or ye na say obe created a virus. So they create a software, they create a virus, and they create antivirus. Every ABI application will be say virus be so no I antivirus, no matter just antivirus. In that same way, once you've put in data, people will try to penetrate the system. Sa a fake na omofre no mo ye we no. Wo pa register 100 you will not get them out. It is say galamsey ekoso no. Omo nim say galamsey no mo government officials ka ho. Even when they gave the order say 1 year ago, omo check the vice chairman and the organizer. You investigate you omo on galamsey. And so over 1 year, President to me say they don't know say officials kahuna galamsey na ekoso. Okay. Into the year no. It tells you back SIM registration. It brings you to the SIM registration. Say at the end of the day, say, well, they did their best, but still no, they have these people infiltrating into the system. Please, let us be serious and let us take Ghanaian serious, kakra. Say, sebi, yenjimi ye. Sebi yenjimi ye. Aden. Ayebe who say, yenim say registration ebe koso no. Definitely, obibe didi. Yenim say registration ebe koso no. Definitely, they'll come out and tell us say. At the time, I'm yenan krofo didi wo ho. Oh, masa. Krofo didi ye. Masa. Don't let us not hide it. Say, obi nyahwe wo. Inti krofo didi ye. Oh, definitely obi nya bibi wo. Whether in or out, obi nya bibi wo. We know the teams that sit in there before they approve some of these things. They take certain things. Please. He knows and I know and you know. Yeah, my friends here. Definitely they spent money on it. They spent in fact, I heard they spent about 70 million. Now they are going to spend 240 million. Where did that money go to? But still we are having people infiltrating the system. It's how we can clear those who are infiltrating the system instead of going to spend over 240 whooping million. I able to meet the hospitals, you're able to make creating more beds, you're able to meet the agenda 1 you're able to meet the necessary over 3 years when they go and start work. Yeah, omo defia ye nye juma momo ye de borrow sika ye de be ye your friend is saying ye de be ye payment your friend says statutory payments and a government payroll. So we can use this for something better and find ways and means ye be share to block some of these blockages.
Okay.
I say they put into system and stop this whooping. Ye feel say, oh, I say obinye bibi. There's a nice way of trading, loot and share.
But I say, Tony,
in the first place, after in Toronto trying to pay say $200 and something million, 200 something million Ghana CDB air core registration.
I hear
intro.
almost
So far, Métier minister no, Métier more engagement. They've given a full assurance. Say they are working within the budget allocated to them.
Budget?
The development of the app is done by NCA. Until any third party.
So what is the budget?
Until at the appropriate time, no.
What is the budget?
How much the whole thing is going to cost? So far,
you see, this is where
your claim and your lie this morning is falling flat.
If you can't give us to counter what I'm saying,
I am not the minister. The
minister,
minister, no, I'm assurance at the appropriate time, omudi who Nyama eba betodwa enyen ni nja ntro na
Associate Deputy Minister, don't do this to yourself.
For me, politics there, it won't go away in any way.
Okay.
Because even sorry them politics. Sir. And he need politics. Whatever is politics. But the petty partisan politics, you know. And no na politics. There is nothing who have politics now here.
Wow.
But it be a partisan politics and na onye den on fa ho and for it. Okay, yeah, distinguish it and permit the BBA politicians. Any politics na ma politician by. Utu ni paswa by politics. Enti oswa afunana. It is everything. Every decision is political. Please. Every decision is political.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Political. Yeah, last topic here.
I say we play politics. Won't make a change.
Also, maybe play politics. Oh,
I say the
contest. No, the contest. I can know. It is fair.
It is not fair.
Because many partisan politics.
Which politics?
But whatever.
Radio politics.
Oh, it is.
I'm not asking
you are asking questions to us.
All right.
That doesn't mean that
Madam, I say, Global Info Analytics said the survey about Alfred, more to call from Sao.
Oh,
as I say, party no, Muton Sumana.
No, men's row. Party be our opposition. There are issues that people look at. One, those say, oh, before I obey BB Ampuno, where their brains come and find Shamon, and Momo Aquabem to many BB. It creates a sort of situation. I had so much your time at 2016, and this illusive elections. No, beyond dreams put say on Benya 1%. Meboa. But they have rebranded and put themselves together and come back to win power. We will do same. We are reorganizing ourselves.
Oh, it's
good. So be in survey or it's good to ordering some beba. But we are focused in reorganizing, rebranding, and bringing ourselves to the scratch. Yeah. Because you are not joking. Look at the presidential elections we held. One of the best in the Fourth Republic. One of the best, and especially in opposition. Yeah, until time president, yeah, at a most time. Nana Kunedu Uko Stadium, ye share that bomb payema, your friends Oko Nubufu, ye no the form in the party. We saw things. Even this election, ye ko yeno. Unkofa ye catch omo, as of one mobile can say, oh, na a moja begunia de young bomb any idea. Did any incident happen? One incident. Did it ever happen? We got the presidential candidate as it's here, already Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, winning 232 constituencies across the country. It's never happened that way. You be registered for others to come on board, all the executives to come and vote. It tells you that it's an open, transparent, and a successful election ever held in the laurels of NPPAE and also in the Fourth Republic, between any political party. And I can say that with confidence. Yes, we have challenges. Nobody can sit here and say, you need challenges. We have challenges. And we are addressing the challenges one after the other. By the time you who say there is no other party, especially Omotra and Trono, especially the Ecosono. And no, but now I catch me say 240 million American. I may matter say. Friends,
but so far they've not given
given us any counter.
Let me just say
what you saying? What you couldn't give us as a government official.
But who figure now what they told them no? It has not been communicated.
So as a government official, what be catch me saying almost say at the right time they'll bring out the figure now. As I saying, it means that there's some figure that is there that they don't want to bring out. Because as a government official, now who is a young intels? Who is a young intels? You want intels so? You want intels? I be a cosubiayete. As a government official, you should be able to come out and tell me, say, oh, what 249 yes, 380, and I 200. He wasn't able to do that. There are occurrences or dressing who ye no see at the right time. We will bring the figure. When is the right time?
Okay.
Now is the right time before you start the project. So that every Ghanaian will know, say, you are pumping in so much money into it. But MPP is going to be repackaged, rebranded, and is going to come out victorious. Inshallah.
Look, Beno. It's a my so attractive. Say 42%. My is so attractive. Say from 41% in December in March, more than 45.
I'm not another palm free NIB no when you beji. Afresh on you talk. Show you
can say anything. That's a moon much and throw that.
I didn't buy. Didn't see a palm.
Because say and cocoa pie.
I didn't hear. So not sort here. What the idea?
I'm not violent. Means to say we are violent.
Mini fact no. The saying that the intel any assumptions be juma. We will only destroy ourselves. So let's be careful. That's what I want to say.
First point of correction. Nanado did not sack me from NIB. I resigned from NIB.
They asked you to resign.
Were you forced to resign and answer why when I was resigning?
If you forced me and I said I won't go, what can you do? All you can do is wait just a week.
My friend,
I wasn't
this is a report about you resign. Or I will be forced to sack you.
First one, we can't throw.
As a political watcher and an activist, I'm not so enthused with research claims on how your party is performing. That has been my style. So sometimes people say then you don't believe in scientific. It's not about believing in scientific. I'm a realist. I get me. My daily practice and my daily engagement tells me whether I'm doing well or I'm not doing well.
Okay.
It doesn't take someone to use certain mechanisms to pick data on a certain percentage of views to tell me, say, this is the direction. I don't, because as I sit here, I'm engaged with 34 constituencies in Greater Accra. I'm engaged with over 1,000 plus constituencies. I'm engaged with over 40,000 branch executives. I get me as a region. Me need about 40-something thousand branch executives in a dinky town or Greater Accra in 34 constituencies in over 9,000 polling stations. I get me. Into daily indications and daily attractions are things that are real before you in terms of the way of party for a feeling. Whether on Bubuju
your party feels marginalized.
I get him into indications of perceptive analysis on few angles. I get him a projectile in a certain limelight.
And to know in reality, no one is a party for the mobile for an
and kebi a larger majority of the sentiment. You sit there and look at that figure and you think you are comfortable.
And maybe it's in reality with engagement
for me,
I'm disappointed.
Frankly speaking,
Mike.
Frankly speaking, party for do draw na Ebun Junior maybe also.
Thank you.
And almost feel said, ye ni omundin ye esa anama ye ni omutu. But ni na chero said, you have to act and act swiftly as a political activist in leading this majority of people because it's easy to be able to sit down and say people should applaud you after a year in government. Almost feel say bibi ambe tomu nantem omu hu no santi, but indirectly they are benefiting on a larger front. Enti a party no akendi fo ye ahofama ni ye nhihye a ye de be sorry e de engage omu achechero mu niama so a on be take advantage of aban nhihye ye ni niama ekoso before mo e be pie omu ni so say no
ti ya odie wo mu
anye ya odie eye ntiase no mu ni na obi ni ntiase obi bi mu a e de bufo bi a ehia e hye ni mu a otimi kasa eye niama ebetimi di unya
modidi jawo
na wo
modidi jawo
wa odi afred ne be susumi a
that maybe so modidi jawo man
me be bro 133 afred kasa na odi tiame person di stop timia me ni be bro so ara pay
133
o di brand go be bia ebeka dan mo ya ahaya da beka
intermediate if analysis aka omudie
but
yen as party a ye war reorganization mu ye na ese yetimi etu anamo a etimi ma won mo amu feel said niam bi mu anko mo afa enti ebufu bi mu ni yaw bi wo mu no so that quickly we rip off this
133
but so nim say abufu na abeso mu no ni nyina ye hunu videos bebre abrante ba kokro so oto ne taxi ye campaign ma mo ai nei ma neglect no ombo ne din bia say esdo any other videos are you no they feel say ebi mu didija
o ye video ya ena within 24 hours video person no you laugh
but esdo no there are others
he has genuine concerns
yes I also show the same concerns mu didija
sometimes maybe afro be and person be say be onya it because an activist is an activist. And also every activist no brono awonu people look up to you. Also like an icon or a liaison. Enti say ebimu here information be ana anything and omukos an nipa ne ho because of the way of playing the game or that environment and crofun nim no so as do there say na say at that moment you know need information ana oni sa mwaye na on also feel it down and the moment he feel down it has a rippling effect.
Nti what phrase do?
Mi omo ni need nkita ho.
Nti se na kuma ba motor taxi ni bia koma na mo ye.
It's a concern that we are working at. Are you getting me? And as I speak right now, the MP for that area, chat or not friend me say me was studio nti me we are my friend. It's part of the discussion.
Some ye ding.
Oh yes.
As a mon ko na mudi ye.
Everybody will say what he likes. Wa he unke bi da na say obi say me ahwenie unke
minkai mo party asem say esdo na e kama party asem
primaries ya ga the same year dinti ento ambama no it's a natural environment ya wa say me wa focus me say me adi obi so ka say me say me emre so it's a miss issue politics unyo obi am ninju so unya obia obenya omo bebo wechi na se nkrofo bo wechi na wotia enu boaw si say nkrofo praise you enu edu bebo fam in no time
mate me da say
mesre NDC for nyina ye wasede we have a role to play to make sure say the party look attractive, very vibrant, very buoyant. Are you getting me? Info analytics, whatever you have put out there, we support it, but we believe in ourselves that we need to act and act swiftly in bringing everybody
Tony.
The state
party
no ebe gina brand ne dia ko akondin.
Anthony Nukwenu ena wote ne ka no ye Greater Accra Regional Organizer NDC Edna Yera Alfred Thompson a member NPP National Communication Team no. But the master some be kan ho anope.
Mental health.
Yes, this also say incoming national treasurer.
Income was it incoming national treasurer. Oh, okay. All the best.
Thank you very much. When we say 133 na ha no. 133 na ha no.
A lot of mad people attacking each other
in the studio.
Certain
people who will tell you directly that our attack
in our legislative.